Yo, yo,
Yo, what's the deal?
what's happening? Welcome back. Episode 29 of Midcarders and Catering Podcast. It is your guys. It is AJ. It is Aunt P.
What's the deal?
What's happening? What's going on with you, bro?
Man, tired of the motherfucker, but shit, that's nothing new. But,
You look tired. You look
yeah,
like you
yeah,
just did about 10 hours at the plant or some shit right
it's
now.
been a long fucking week. It's been a long week, but
Yeah. We've been podding. We've been podding, bro. We've been
yeah,
podding like a
yeah,
motherfucker.
uh-huh.
But yeah, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But as for me, you know what I'm saying, I'm kind of like in the same boat too with you. Like I'm a little tired, but you know what I'm saying. Of course, like when we jump on these mics, you know what I'm saying, we get that nice jolt of energy. And then we just go in and you know what I mean, talk about this wrestling shit. But we got something special. We got something special, someone special. You know what I'm saying? We actually like making history for the first time on our podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
this young lady, she's about to like break this barrier. She's about to be our first woman guest. This black queen, this black queen just pulled up on us and joined us. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce ESPN Frankie. What is up?
Hello, how are y'all?
We doing really really well. Matter of fact, hold on, I got to give you some horns. Wait a minute. Wait.
Hey,
Dom DeMarco.
We, you gotta get horns and you got to get applause.
hey, I love it, man. I appreciate it. Y'all talk about breaking barriers and first, y'all popping my podcast cherry because I've been asked to, not to toot my own horn or nothing. I've been asked to hop on, but this is my very first one. So thank y'all for having me.
Wow.
All
So
right,
I'm super excited to chop it up with y'all. So
I appreciate. I'm gonna pull a G. I'm gonna pull a G. Namaste. You know what I'm saying?
Namaste. Yeah. Welcome. Actually, like, wow, that's great. Like, so not only are you our first, woman guest, this is your first time being on the podcast. So this is real history being made right here. So like, we appreciate you actually giving us the safety, you know what I'm saying, the privilege and the safe space for you to come in here and be comfortable and you know what I'm saying, and try something new for yourself too. You know what I mean? Because I know it can sometimes be a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like
yeah,
y'all really want to hear me and everything. Like, cause trust me, I was there once too. You know what I mean?
absolutely,
But like,
absolutely.
yeah, we're really really happy to have you on. Like, it's a privilege, it's an honor to have you on, and we just want to talk wrestling with you. You know, talk about you and your history with wrestling and everything. Like, but first, like, where are you from?
I am from Georgia. I
Okay.
am Georgia Peach. So
Yes.
Southeast Georgia. I'm from the boondocks. I'm from the country. You probably can
Okay.
hear it in my voice.
Oh
So
hell yeah.
Yeah, we hear it. We hear the accent
you
because I was
hear it.
like,
You hear the
yeah,
accent.
because
You
because
down?
right. No, go
I'm
ahead.
I'm sure she didn't probably say fuck nigga a couple times with that shit too. So
Hey, couple variations for a nigga, pussy ass nigga. Just a little bit, you know.
there we go. There we go. Oh shit.
Hey, it's only right, you know what I mean? But like thank you. Like that's definitely what's up. You know, we got Georgia in the house, you know what I mean? Like of course you know we're from Detroit originally, and everything. So really, honestly, like I know you're not from like so you're not from Atlanta specifically.
No, not
Okay.
from Atlanta. I
But
am from the country.
okay, but anyway, Michigan and Georgia, they cousins anyway. You feel me? So like
Listen, that's one of my destinations. I always be tweeting that. I'll be like,
mhm,
I feel like the Midwest, like people that we're a kindred country spirits.
for sure.
So I always feel like, that's on one of my bucket list places to go. Like I feel like I need to get up with Detroit people because I feel like they would understand me. So I'm looking forward to that visit one day.
Oh yeah, most def. Like, and you're gonna get a lot of love. Like, period. Like, people from Georgia, like, no matter if it's Atlanta, Macon,
Yep.
no matter where it's at, you know what I'm saying, Georgia, they always gonna get love up here. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
we get the same type of love whenever we down there. You know what I'm saying? Whenever
Yep.
we in Georgia, whatever. So, and again, like the Detroit pipeline it goes through Atlanta, like literally,
Yeah.
like once people like get they come up here, they just move to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? That's just something that happens. But that's really really cool. And again, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for pulling up and getting to know you and getting to talk to you and everything of that matter.
Thank y'all for having me. Thank you
All
so
right.
much. I really appreciate it.
For sure, man. So what's going on? What we about to hit with, bro?
Well, first, you know, I always gotta ask this question. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I gotta ask since you know what I'm saying this is our one of our guests. So I gotta ask this question, Frankie. Um when who or when was the introduction to you to pro wrestling? Like what brought you on? Like who was the first wrestler to get you there?
Oh, the first wrestler to get me here, the first wrestler that popped to me at a very, very young age was the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh wow.
Yes. So just seeing that crazy cracker running down the ring, grabbing them ropes and shaking them like a fool, like that popped me. So I was like, okay, this is something I can get into. But really and truly though, it's my mama. I
Oh
don't even.
wow.
It's just like we. I could just remember her flipping through the channels one day, and I think Raw was on. This is like early 93, 94 Raw, and we just that was just something that we did as a family. Like we sat down and watched wrestling. Her guy is the Undertaker. Like she was
Okay.
a mark for Mark Calloway. That was her guy. So we just that was just something that we did together, like I said, as a family, and she was really the one. And what I would love is on the weekends. It used to be back in the days when it was still VHS. Um,
Yeah.
we would just go and like get the tapes every weekend because we couldn't get the pay-per-views, or if we missed certain parts of like angles or storylines, trying to catch ourselves up, we would just go rent videos and just watch them like back to back to back, like all day on the weekend. So that was really my introduction to it. My great grandma, she enjoyed it a lot. She used to talk about how like Ric Flair and Tony Atlas, some of
Oh
the old
wow.
school guys would like run the towns. Like they would come through these small towns in Georgia,
Yeah.
and they would like get to go to some of the shows, and like my granddaddy, they would watch and stuff like that. So it was just kind of like a family bonding thing for us. Um, we were the people in my neighborhood. We would get all the pay-per-views. Like my mama, like she was into it. Like she was super duper into it. So she would get all the pay-per-views, like all the in your houses, all the big fours. And we would just have watch parties. Like all my friends would come over and just, we would watch the pay-per-views, and it just became a thing. So like I really been into it from an early age. Took some gaps as we all do when we grow up,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
kind of get away from it a little bit. But it's podcasts like yours, and other people on Twitter, on Black Twitter, Black Wrestling Twitter, that has gotten me back into it like the last 3.5 years. Like so, but yeah, that was just really kind of how it all worked. It was like a family thing for her, but more so like my mama, like she was like super duper into it. So
Yeah, that's really dope. So like wrestling is like generational in your family. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, yeah,
that's so fucking cool. That's so fucking dope. Like going back to like your grandma, like because I
yeah,
don't even have that type of story. Really, it's like for me and like maybe even for Aunt, it was just like we saw the homies in school talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And then we just went home one day and just cut it on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
yeah,
Or maybe had like certain glimpses of like in the past, whatever. But we was just kind of too young to really like pay it any mind or whatever. But
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, you were OG. You know what I'm saying? Like you said Ultimate Warrior. We like I was like, damn, that's before me. You know what I'm saying? Like I was
Yeah,
like maybe 3 years later, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like 97-ish. You know what I'm saying? That's
yeah.
kind of like when I brought myself into the game. But man,
Well,
that's
you in the
that's
good years. You in the
yeah,
good years.
yeah, like the good old years, you know what I'm saying? But but it's really cool, like especially like because y'all was basically the tape trading spot. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all was the ones who was really plugged in. Like your family, like everybody wanted to come to y'all house to watch the pay per views and shit. So that's so cool. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. I dig that. It's crazy you said Ultimate Warrior, man. When you said Ultimate Warrior, right there, I could think about all this promos and shit. This motherfucker like all that
Man,
shit.
listen,
Oh man.
it just did something to me, man. I don't know. That man was crazy, but it was something about, that colorful entrance and all that dexterity and all that foolishness that he was talking about. It caught my eye. Like, it was just, I mean, I just still remember that, us getting that tape, that WrestleMania, I think it was WrestleMania 6 with him and Hogan with the title versus title.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
the
And it
Intercontinental and the World.
was just,
Yeah.
yeah, like that was, man, I was up for that. I was up
Wow.
for it. So even as a little jit, I was like super up for that. So yeah, that crazy one. So for me, it's always a lot of, like, I like the flippy. Like, I respect people's crafts a lot.
Mhm.
But I am the girl that's super heavy on the sports entertainment aspect. So give me that entertainment and I'll be like tuned in. So
For
give me the
sure. So
crazy.
you was like, yo, I want to be heavily sports entertained. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Like, I feel you. I feel you on that for real. Cause I mean, you got to think about it. Like, that's what really drew us all in. It really wasn't the
Yep.
flippy shit came later for us. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's, until we saw like our early flippy was like Shawn Michaels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Right.
but really, man, for me, it was always Stone Cold pulling up in that Zamboni, jumping
Oh
off
Hey,
yeah.
that
See,
shit.
listen.
sports entertainment.
Yeah,
You feel
sports
me?
entertainment. You know
Listen,
what I'm
he
saying?
Yeah.
is, well, that is my fave. He is fave for me. Like, that's when I started to really understand what that business is about, and just really, getting away from the colorful stuff and that realistic type of stuff that he was doing. I was like, okay, this is what this business is all about.
Right.
So this
Right.
is my guy. So yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's probably one of the best stories that we've had so far from like a guest in terms of like just what brought them to wrestling, like their story with wrestling. Like because we always want to learn about, you know what I'm saying, every time, like exactly what point, what period, what time period. And you honestly the first person to go back that far. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was expecting you to be like, oh yeah, like maybe like, 99 when Rock and Mankind was doing anything. But you was like, nah, I'm taking it back to what was that? Was that the golden era?
That's the
Basically?
golden era. That's
Yeah.
that late '80s, that golden era stuff, man. And like I said, I was younger, but just us going back and like that's like I can say my mama, she made sure she was. I don't know if it was just something that she was just into like that, is wanting to know the stories, but
Hmm.
that's just what we did. We would go get them old tapes. We're like, okay, well, this is why this person did this, and at the time, not really understanding it. I wasn't, being young, but putting it together, okay, like this is why this person is fighting this person, or here's this and here's that. So, but yeah, and I just gotta shout her out too. I love my mama, and it's almost Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to her, even if she don't listen to this.
Oh yeah, for
But
sure.
and her thing, like even scrapbooking, like my mama was like, she's OG. But she had like this huge scrapbook that I still have, and it has like all Undertaker stuff,
Oh wow.
like from the wrestling magazines. Like, we was heavy on that too. She would get the wrestling magazines and cut the pictures out and glue them on the scrapbook.
Damn, that's
Yeah,
wow.
she's crazy, but
Nah, that's crazy. Yo, shout out to moms, yo. Shout out. Yo.
Dom
So let me
DeMarco.
ask you this: was your mom big into Smoky Mountain wrestling and all that too?
well, I don't know if she was like super into that. Um, she did like her WCW stuff.
Of
Yeah.
course,
But it was
Georgia. Of course.
most of the New York stuff too. So it was just mostly the WWF. But she'll get the naming people and be like, oh, this person was this and this person was that, and I'll be like, okay, I'm just listening, like,
Yeah.
okay. But yeah, I don't know if she was into it that, but she did like her
Mhm.
WCW stuff.
Shit, we need to get moms on here. You feel me?
I was
Like,
just I was just thinking that
I'm
too.
like,
I
we
was
need to get
just
moms on
thinking.
here. We need to get some education on this joint. You feel me?
I was just thinking that, low key. I was about to text you
Like,
like, yeah, we need to look into that. But
yeah, we need to. So we like, hey yo, Mama Frankie, like, what's good?
Hey,
Talk to me, talk to me. Say it,
hey, she will.
like she.
She,
That's Lady Cornette you got over there.
she probably hate Kenny Omega too. Twinkle Toes McFinger Bang.
Y'all are crazy.
But yeah, that's what's up though, man. Like yeah, that's so cool. So yeah, we are really like excited to have you on again. So we wanna have you here for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Get through this show, get through all this news and stuff. We actually have listener questions this weekend.
Yeah, we got a lot of those.
We got a lot of them. We
Yeah,
not gonna get all of them in this
Mm-mm.
episode. Like we not. So we gonna split them up though, but we gonna get those done too with eventually. But yeah, um I guess we hop into some news stuff.
Do it.
Let's go.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
All right, so Frankie, this is the part where we talk about like newsworthy items and everything of that nature. It really ain't a whole lot of stuff going on, but it is some silly shit. We do got some silly news. Like it's some out there. Namely, I don't know if you saw this, but Impact Wrestling is launching NFTs.
The little monkey badge things.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, yes. That's when you. I mean, sure. Like you got it. You're on the right path. Like, because those are NFTs, but I'm guessing they're doing like personal NFTs for their talent at Impact. I don't know how Impact's money stream is right now. You know
Ain't
what I'm
that
saying?
shit dead? Ain't NFTs dead?
I've never bought. I've never purchased any NFTs. I don't know.
I mean, I seen
never ate
motherfuckers
one.
that had. I seen motherfuckers that had them. They paid for me for them bitches, man. Them shit went down to $2, man. So are you fucking sick? Okay.
Only thing I know about NFTs is when Dez Bryant was arguing with people on Twitter about them things.
Jesus Christ.
That
Oh
was
yeah,
the
okay. Yeah, that's the perfect
that was the
messenger right
last
there.
thing I remember about them, and they just kind of been downhill ever since then. Like I think they even took the Steph Curry commercials off, because wasn't he doing them too?
Oh
So
yeah, the joint that went down last year. What was that? The CTX? What was they called? FTX?
yeah,
Yeah.
FTX. Oh yeah. See all that. Oh, Tom Brady too. Hey, y'all under
yup.
surveillance. Y'all under
Hey.
surveillance. We ain't forget.
Man. Oh my god. Like
We seen you on the TV, bruh. We saw you.
all I can do is shake my fucking head at that. Like, bro, like they are
I
so
don't.
like, and I root for Impact. I root for them to do good, but this is a dumbass thing to do.
That's
I
a
like,
real stupid
yeah,
move.
oh, Jesus Christ, man. Like,
I don't understand that. I don't know. I think because also, you know what I'm saying, you know what they love to say about NFTs is that this is just like digital digital money laundering. So this could be them trying to like clean up some money or some shit.
because my thing is, who the fuck wants a Deanna Perrazzo NFT?
Not this guy.
Like, who wants that? Who wants a Moose NFT? I damn sure don't want a Moose NFT.
Moose. Come on, bro. Like
Like that.
what is that? What you gonna do? You gonna be able to buy like some Klondike bars with that shit?
Oh, Jesus Christ. So
Yeah.
I don't know,
Moving
man. I
on.
mean, yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know,
I
y'all
guess.
jump on the 2020 bandwagon, but okay, we here.
Yeah. More silly items. I mean, we probably. I mean, of course, we talk about some AEW things, but for some reason, this past week on AEW Dynamite, Tony Khan had a segment where he was making an announcement that he was going to be making an announcement next week. So
Isn't that kind of his thing though? Like
it
I see
is,
that
but
on
this was
Twitter.
quite ridiculous. This was a little ridiculous. Like, fam, we say that's the thing. There's always say we're gonna hear from Tony Khan. Okay, cool. When you want to hear Tony, from Tony Khan at that moment, you're expecting him to say like, "Oh yeah, this is what's going on." Instead, he said, "Hey, it's Tony Khan here. We're in an important time. So next week, I'm going to make an announcement about what that means." So it's like, why the fuck did you even come out, Tony? Like, what are we doing?
He was in Detroit. He wanted screen time. He always, yeah, he wanted screen time. Like he
We
made another announcement too. I don't know if he caught that shit, but he said it's very realistic that Detroit's going to get a pay per view. So
okay.
Yeah, I mean, you just
I mean, like we get pay-per-view, we get PLEs, we get paper. Like, what are you talking about, Tony?
he wants to bring AEW here for a pay-per-view. I don't know, bro, but you know,
I mean, Chicago right next door. Like, of course we would get one. Duh. Whatever, man. You know
yeah,
what?
I mean, you know what? Like we all know what the announcement is going to be.
Yeah.
AEW Collision, and CM Punk's going to show up at Double or Nothing when MJF wins the title again.
Well,
you
they
know,
actually saying his first appearance, like, because they saying his first appearance is going to be the first Chicago show, and that's like June 17th.
Oh, okay.
But apparently, rumor is going to be June 17th. That's when they're in Chicago, and he's going to pop. That's when he's coming back. Also, there's supposed to be some type of brand split. Over there.
That's why Miro and Thunder Rosa showed up. You know,
yeah,
he you know,
per his request, like, you know why they're basically why Miro has come back to work, why Thunder Rosa has come back to work, because these are people who have had backstage heat. So probably soon we're gonna see Andrade pop up. You know, these are the people per CM Punk's request who he wants to be featured on Saturday Collision.
GM Punk in the building.
So can I ask a quick question? Is that going to be a show specific for him? Because I was like reading that's supposed to be his thing.
Yep,
absolutely.
That's
yes,
why
this is
GM Punk. This is GM Punk.
This
GM
is
Punk.
basically this is CM Punk's. This is Kevin Nash becoming head booker at WCW. This is what's going on with CM Punk.
Oh, not was it the 2000, 2001 WCW?
Yeah, when he was booking, when he was booking Thunder. That shit was
Jesus Christ.
Oh man, I remember that episode when it was his last day booking Thunder, dog, and he was on commentary and he was just doing so many inside jokes and that shit, man.
Hey, shout out to Detroit legend Kevin Nash, bro. Like, shout out to Kevin Nash.
That's the big FUBU. Yeah,
that's big FUBU right there.
Big FUBU, definitely.
That's my guy, man. I fuck with I fuck with Kevin Nash, but it's funny because that comes up because lately I went back and listened to the Death of WCW. Like, I got the audio book, so right now I'm at that part when Kevin Nash became head booker, and I just bust out laughing all over again at this shit.
Oh my god, man.
So Frankie. So CM Punk is gonna be he's gonna be the man for this Saturday show, which is, again, like, we talked about this before. We actually just talked about it on the Black Announce Table. Shout out to them. Yeah, we was just on their episode for this week. Doing a Saturday show is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Like all three of us in this conversation right now, we love pro wrestling, right? We love this shit. You know, we want to always tune in and pull up. But let me tell you something. It's getting hot outside. It's getting sunny. It's getting nice out. I'm not watching that shit, bro.
You gonna look up, man? Be like, oh, what can I watch? A Georgia game, or can I watch a? Put on that Georgia game.
Yeah, let me put that Georgia game on. I mean, that's the fall. That's the fall right there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, if you about to launch this during the summer, like, I mean, like, of course, like, PLEs, like, we there, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, we pulling up for those, like, those premium live events. Like, we getting those on Saturdays, and they kind of putting themselves in a death hour when that happens, because, I mean, if Money in the Bank is on, you know what I'm saying, and this Collision is on, I'm watching Money in the Bank. Like, you got me fucked up,
right?
You know, so it's kind of like you putting yourselves in some real dead heat there. I don't know exactly how they going to maneuver around this. If they're gonna be a live show.
Hey man, Tony Khan, 3-year Booker of the Year. You know what I'm saying? 3-time Booker of the Year. He got this, man. You know, he got this.
Booker of the Year 4 times in a row.
Yeah. What they give you?
All right.
He got it. He got it, man. You know, man, he gonna figure it out. He signed me. Yeah, I ain't about to go too deep into
that. Yeah, I mean, look, God bless. That's all I can say about that. That's going to be heavy on my DVR. I'll tell you that right now.
So, you better man than me. I ain't DVRing that shit.
Look, it's only because I have a podcast.
I'll catch the YouTube clips, buddy.
Oh, even that too. And speaking of YouTube, I don't know if we covered this last week, but Dark Elevation and Dark are dead now. It's over. So all that talent apparently is going to be getting pushed to Rampage. Why that's still a show, I don't know, but hey, it is what it is. So that's another thing that's going on. So it's a lot of shifty things going on over there with AEW at the moment. And apparently, again, we're talking about CM Punk. Um, it's been reported that CM Punk and the Elite are still pretty far off from like reconciliation from what happened at Scrumgate. So yeah, but they saying one party. They haven't specified who. Actually, I think they said it's not CM Punk, but they said one party is willing to like somewhat apologize, but
Kenny Omega.
probably Kenny. I think it's Kenny, but it is
Kenny,
what it is.
like Bret Hart would say, Kenny's like a jam up guy. He would, he probably would apologize. Try to make things work, man. But shit,
Hey man, I ain't apologizing to no dude who homeboy bit me, bro. You got me fucked up. But hey, it is what it is. It's best for business, so that's what's up. A former WWE star, Paul London, says you should not meet your heroes. And speaking about Chris Jericho, so that's that. We kind of know why he said that. Um, Also, something really, really cool because in a second we're gonna talk about WWE Backlash. Um, Savio Vega is interested in potentially having a WWE role as a manager for Bad Bunny.
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I miss Savio Vega, man. I wish he brought
Yeah.
out I wish he brought back Los Boricuas out there, man, while they was
I mean, he
over
had
there.
the vest on. He had the vest on.
Yeah. I need him to bring the rest of them out there too. You know what I'm saying? But I fuck with it, man. Bad Bunny he could be like Bad Bunny's Paul Heyman or some shit,
Yeah,
Fuck
that'd
with
be
it.
pretty cool. And and I think that's all we have for right now. Some New Japan people are already kind of reportedly being booked for AEW All In right now. Will Osprey. So I don't know what that means in turn, like for I don't know what that means exactly for Forbidden Door because it seems like Forbidden Door has just kind of disappeared.
Yeah, because they putting everything into All In. I
Yeah.
think that's what's ended up happening. But so wait a minute. So they're doing All In 1 week, and
Correct.
then All Out the next week.
All Out is 2 weeks after, 2 weeks later. Yes. I don't know the logistics of all of this, but hey, Drewski hands. Drewski hands.
All right, we're gonna see about that then. That's gonna be maybe they might do one like the Dynamite roster might be there, and then like the other roster will probably be All Out. They might do some silly ass shit like that. I can see that.
Maybe they could. I mean, that's possible. And then you got Double or Nothing. When is Double or Nothing? Like next week? Next Sunday?
I believe so. Yeah.
Boy, they got a lot of work. They got a lot of work on their hands. So yeah, we'll see how this goes.
I mean, Booker of the Year 4 times in a row, man. He got it.
Yeah, all right, Cap.
Yeah, he got it. He Booker of the Year.
Cap.
He Booker of the Year, the prestigious Wrestling Observer. Booker of the Year.
Cap. You got Cap in your raps. Yeah, moving on. So I guess we're done with the newsworthy items. Frankie, are you still with us? Are you how are we
I
doing?
am still with y'all.
How are we doing? Are we doing
Y'all
good? All right.
great, man. Y'all doing great.
All right.
Yeah, she wasn't fucking with AEW at
She
all.
was like,
man.
yeah, I don't know none of these people y'all talking about. Like, I'm
I'm
sorry.
familiar. Hey,
She's like,
listen, I'm trying to get, and every time I ask, like, I'll, throw a question out to him, like, who should I get behind? Like, I know Jade. I know about some of the things that they're doing over there, but I'm like, okay, every week, like, what should I look for? What's the storyline? Like, and nobody will ever give me no feedback. So I'm like, and then I'll be watching, but like y'all were saying about that Saturday show, and in general, there's just so much wrestling to consume. There's like a bunch of content, in these shows, and like I tell people, look here, I'm old, like I'm getting old. It's hard for me to stay up till
hey,
like
I feel you.
11 o'clock.
I feel you.
And I have to catch back up on stuff like the next day. If I'm at work, I'm playing podcasts or I'm looking at YouTube stuff because like I've even fell asleep.
Absolutely, for
So,
sure.
but yeah,
Hey, listen, you right. Hey, you spitting right now. Like it's a lot. Like I know, especially like I'm gonna tell you, since I've started podcasting, like we've started back in like September. Like I was literally just watching twice a week. I was watching Monday and I was watching Friday. That's it.
yeah,
And then our PLE time. That's it. Now I
yeah.
have to watch Monday, Tuesday, sometimes Wednesday, Friday, and then whatever the hell. If we got something Saturday, I gotta watch that too. I'm watching this shit more than I watch regular sports.
Yes.
This is crazy. Like I'm in the wrestling overload.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like thank God the internet exists the way it does because sometimes I don't have to watch certain things and I can miss them. But my God, it is too much. But going back to like how you was asking, like like about Jade. Look, you're really not missing anything there with Jade because she's barely on fucking TV, and
Whoa.
and when she is, she's usually squashing someone
Watching.
that works at Target, and they're trying to build her to be like Goldberg over there, and they just kind of like really lost the step with her a lot because it's just the same. I think now she's what 57 and 0, 58. I done lost count. Like it don't even like that belt really doesn't even matter anymore. But shout out to Jade Cargill. Like we do love you, we love you, but they're not helping you. They're not helping you, sweetheart. But again, yeah, I mean, trying to get behind somebody at AEW, it's tough. It's tough. I can't even hold you. Like especially
Man,
sometimes it's. I'm sorry.
no, you're good. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. And I
No,
was just
no, you
thinking
good.
that because like I even bought it was either last year or I mean not 01, 2021.
21.
I bought like a couple of pay-per-views. And first of all, those pay-per-views a little bit pricey, okay?
Hey, listen.
Listen, and I was like, oh, and the card, it was I can't remember what show it was, but the card was so long. It was so many matches. I ended up like going to sleep before the main event. I just remember waking up and my TV had like faded to the screensaver. I was like, damn, I went to sleep. Like, and that's not. I know I ain't trying to like throw shade to
No,
them.
no, no.
You know what I'm saying. But it was just like it was a lot. But it just goes back, like I said, it's just so much to consume in general anyway. But like I was like, and to be honest, to be fair, it's like my fault too because I was just like, I have sisters that watch it, and they were, like, okay, we need to get this, you need to get into this promotion too. So I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
So I just like spur of the moment. I'm about to pay per view. I'm gonna sit down and watch it and like try to really get into it. So that was on me probably for just going, straight to a pay per view and not like really looking at
The
different
product
programs
area.
or
Yeah.
and looking at the product and stuff. So but anyway, yeah,
I mean, it's a
that,
lot of former WWE people you can get behind over there. I mean, if you
yeah.
wanted to,
Yeah, I
like they're
see him.
there.
I see Christian Cage. I see Chris Jericho. I see Rusev, but he ain't Rusev no more.
Yeah.
Like I see like the people over there, and like I really do like because I want the competition. I want it to be back how it was when we used to watch in the late '90s, early 2000s with
Hmm.
ECW and WCW, and just giving us those different options. So like I'm like y'all, like I want to be fair to it. So like I'm trying, y'all. I am. I promise.
Hey, listen, we don't. Hey, listen, with everything you're saying right now, I feel you. Especially like you brought up a really good point about they long ass pay per views. Like they be having like 10 card pay like usually we not used to seeing 10 cards to what like SummerSlam at 10
Listen,
card.
And then I'm looking up and we got to watch a Matt Hardy match.
Oh my God. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, and that's the thing. Like, yeah, we got to see Danhausen. You know what I'm saying? Like Matt Hardy versus Danhausen. Like, why do I have to see this? Why is this on the pay per view? Why couldn't y'all do this on Rampage? Like, whatever, man. Like, it is what it is. But yeah, that's AEW. That's news for right now. I think now we can go ahead and get into like this week in wrestling, and we can open up with WWE Backlash.
Let's do it.
So I got a question. Like how are we feeling about WWE Backlash? Like we didn't let it sit for like a week now. You know, it's Friday as of this recording. So, like, how are we feeling about WWE Backlash?
I feel great. I had me a good old time. I don't know about y'all, but I thought that, Puerto Rico, they showed up and showed out. That crowd was crazy. And I was entertained from start to finish. I know, there's a lot going on, but I had a good time. I was, getting a little antsy about them boos to Bianca. Ain't gonna hold you. I was like, that was a little nasty, but it
Yeah,
is what it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, they
That was
Now
did go.
nasty
I
work.
know black for a minute. They did.
yeah,
Woo.
I kind of went Umar for a minute. Like, hold on here.
Listen.
Yeah,
The
So,
funny
but
thing
yeah,
about that is that when she came out, the pop was
they popped.
loud. They popped loud as hell, and then it's just like all of a sudden, like they
Yeah.
turned. You know what I'm saying? Like, huh? Like what? But
Mhm.
yeah, I hear you there. But like, how about like, did you have like maybe did you have a favorite match or like a favorite segment, like anything? Because again, like you had great wrestling that night, but you also had wonderful sports entertainment that night too, and the aesthetics of everything too. So like, was there anything else that like really stood out to you? Uh,
Well, obviously, Bad Bunny and his performance, his presence in general, like, um, I'm like kind of like everybody else, whenever he, was in the Royal Rumble and all of his performances since he's been a part of WWE, like I'm just always mind blown at how good he is. But the way they were all chanting his song and it was just a spectacle. And I really enjoyed it. And shout out to Damian Priest for holding it down the way he did. That was one of my favorites moments of the night. Another favorite moment of mine is the "We Want Roman" chants, and Jay was like, "He ain't
oh
here."
wow.
Like that was like I was like, yeah. So, but it was several different moments to me. Like I just think from like I said, from start to finish, that whole show was there was like no go to the bathroom moments. Like I was just like, well, I'm not going to get nothing to drink on this match because I really want to see what's going on. I
Mhm.
don't want to get up and go here while this finish is going on. Like I really want to react to stuff live. Like I love to really be in the moment with it. I
Mhm.
will say once again, I did have to go back and watch the ending with Cody and Brock because again, I'm old, y'all. I have things to do. And I'll be going to sleep. I get a little tired, especially if I'm drinking while we, watching the
Mhm.
shows or whatever. So by the time that tequila had settled in, I had got a little relaxed and I looked up and I saw them coming out and him being attacked before the bell was rung and all that stuff, but I ended up missing like the last little bit of the match that I had to go back and play. But just from start to finish though, it was a great show. I mean, I can't find too many faults with it. um I just love the whole thing. And the crowds, to me, that's what really sets these events apart. It's just the energy. And I think the
Mhm.
performance, they really, feed off of that too. And
For
me as a
sure.
viewer from, just watching from home, I'm like, yeah, this is got me on the edge of my seat because of the energy that the crowd gives. So I mean, I enjoy every part of it. And it's crazy because like now I'm comparing. So now that we've had a Raw in a SmackDown post Backlash. Like Jacksonville, I was just on their ass the whole night because I'm like, what y'all doing? Y'all just sitting on your hands,
Yeah,
like
they was
y'all
kind of
dead.
weak. Yeah,
Like
they was kind
let's
of weak. They
come
was kind of weak.
on, let's get into it. So yeah.
I'm gonna say this about Bad Bunny. When he came out there in Puerto Rico, and it was like Jay-Z coming out to New York to perform
Whew.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Black Album or some shit. Like they went crazy.
Yeah, like for real, for real. Like, I mean, how about like how did you feel overall with it though? And like,
I mean, like they're on a good man. They on a great PLE run right now. Like
for sure.
Yeah.
they on a 4 PLE run. None of them bitches missed. Like shit,
Mhm.
Yeah,
I could even take it back a little bit more than that, because like we
yeah,
could take it back to like SummerSlam. Then go to
Yep.
Extreme Rules. That bitch was hitting. All these
yeah.
motherfuckers been hitting.
Hmm.
Like they all feel like rejuvenated. They want to just put on. I'll take it even further than that. Like it's since last year's WrestleMania, they've been on a roll.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
have
for
been on a
sure.
roll. And you know, with Backlash, it was just like another notch in their belt. Like every match was hitting. Every match was hitting. Like I said, to me, the Bad Bunny and Damian Priest match was just peak sports entertainment.
Yeah, for
Peak
sure.
sports entertainment. Bad Bunny can fucking wrestle. He loves the art. You can tell, like this man works his ass off, you know.
He's a
And
wonderful seller.
yeah,
Wonderful seller.
he's a wonderful seller. Like, and people are comparing him and Logan Paul as like who is the greatest like celebrity wrestler.
It's
And
kind of different though, because Logan Paul is an actual athlete.
yeah, he's
You
an
know
actual
what I'm
athlete.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean I don't know, but other than that, man, Bad Bunny went crazy on that shit. Bianca and EO was crazy. Selena Vega, she had a great match with Rhea Ripley. You know what I'm
A
saying?
great moment. Great.
People,
Awesome
yeah,
moment.
great fucking moment. But people be sleeping like, you know, Selena Vega because she can't wrestle. No, she's been wrestling when she was Rosita at on Impact. You know what I'm saying? When she was with LAX at the time. So yeah, she can fucking wrestle. So no, it was an incredible PLE. Even fucking Seth Rollins and Omos. You know what I'm saying? That was a good fucking match. That was a good fucking match. You know,
that was great.
But then again, Seth Rollins can carry anybody to a 3-star match. It don't matter who the fuck you are.
Hey,
you know
listen,
what I'm saying?
Seth Rollins can dance with a broom.
Yeah, but also too, I'm gonna say this because I'm not gonna diminish what Omos did. He's gotten fucking better. He's gotten better. You know what I'm saying? He's adapted to that big man wrestling shit. You know, and I want him to start collecting some big wins. I would love to see that for him. But I mean, we'll see later on down the road, man. You know, maybe he might turn on MVP and you know slam and choke slam the shit out of him or something. I don't fucking know, man. But
yeah. Like I kind of, like I said, I share the same sentiment as both of you. Like my favorite overall like wrestling match was definitely EO and Bianca. Like they, like you know, because originally I thought the opener was probably going to be the 6-man tag. You know, just to get that shit out the way.
It should have been.
And honestly, I still feel like it still should have, but I am not mad that it wasn't because EO and Bianca did some amazing shit, bro. And I said it, you know, I said this on another podcast before. I'm putting that match like maybe a notch above Rhea and Charlotte at WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was a straight 5-star banger that they put on. EO finally, I won't say she finally showed everybody that she's a star, but I guess for people that didn't really watch her a lot in NXT, like I was expecting her to go crazy and to go off, and then like Bianca again had wonderful chemistry with her at the same time. The one thing that really stood out, that one arm military press was fucking crazy. I said, nigga, what? Like,
I'm always amazed by her strength and her power. Like, no matter how many times you see it, whether it's with Piper Niven or you know anybody that she's facing, like I'm just always super blown away at the things that she can do. And to be honest, like she just to me still don't get enough credit just for her overall work. Like the way that she was able to compose herself, even when she was getting booed and still to be able to work like she worked and to switch up some stuff and kind of work a little heelish, but you know, still get her face stuff in. Like I don't know. She's I love her. She's the it girl for me. So
yeah, that's Lady John Cena, bro. Like, period. That's Lady John Cena and that's Lady Undertaker at WrestleMania. Straight up. Like I'm dying on that. That's my agenda. Until she loses at WrestleMania, she is the Undertaker.
Streak
Like
is
straight up.
alive.
That streak, like she three-peated this year. Like I'm looking for that 4 next year. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that really was great. Omos and Seth gave Omos his best match since he's been like active. You know what I'm saying? Even like when he was working with AJ during the Thunderdome period. Yeah, like I was extremely entertained by that match. Like Omos big booting the shit out of Seth while everybody is singing to him. That shit was amazing. I loved every single minute of that shit. The Avalanche Stomp, Chef's Kiss. Mwah. Let's see what else we got. What else? The Theory and Bobby Lashley.
that was a nice little sprint. That was a nice little sprint. You know.
Yeah.
I love Bronson Reed, man.
Yeah.
I love Bronson Reed.
yeah,
I just hate Corey Graves calling his finisher.
yeah,
It don't sound the same as Wade Barrett, man.
yeah,
Wade Barrett can call the fuck out of that move. I remember when he was in NXT. He like, oh no, this is my favorite move. Tsunami. Like, I
yeah,
love that shit, man. I
yeah.
fucking love that shit.
And
That
it's
shit.
over with the crowds, man. Like they
Man,
like that big motherfucker.
you
They
see this
like
big,
him.
you see this big 400-pound motherfucker do a splash on the top rope, like with
Yeah,
ease. Like, come on, man. Like, you
yeah,
think motherfucker will die, man? Like they get hit with that shit.
yeah. Like, and he's really safe. Like Bronson Reed is really a safe guy. For him to be as big as he is, he's very, very safe. So that's another reason why I fuck with him. Um, but yeah, Austin Theory wins that match. You
Mhm.
know, he basically stole that from Bobby. But Rhea and Zelina Vega, like again, like that moment for Zelina, like being able to do that in your hometown is one thing, but in your home country, that's a whole nother type level or whatever. Like it's not like they always go to Puerto Rico. Like they haven't been there in like 20 years. So for her to be coming out there with the flag on her gear and be able to stand in that ring, even though she didn't win, like still being able to like get her Rocky salute on the way out was that was a beautiful thing to see. I was very happy for her. Um,
Absolutely. She looked so good. She looked
yeah,
incredible.
yeah, she looked great. She looked really great. She can fucking wrestle people. She can wrestle. I don't know
And
why.
she can talk,
Man, she can
which is what
talk.
I love.
She can talk. Like you gotta understand. She was the one that made Andrade look good. It wasn't
Mm,
Andrade. It was her. You know what I mean? So let's not forget. Um, the blood like 6-man tag again. Like I'm just happy that this shit is over. Like
It's not. It's
it's
not.
not though. It's completely like we got one more, but we gonna get to that when we talk about SmackDown. Good lord. But yeah, like I was surprised though that the Bloodline actually won this. I was expecting them to lose. I would think that Sammy and all, Sammy and KO and Riddle would have won that, but the right man got pinned in that match for sure. Riddle, and Cody and Brock. I mean, look, the general consensus. Look, y'all called it all in 4K last week and everything. Everyone thought Cody was going to be put on a stretcher after this match, but Cody actually won. He went out there. He got that W. You know what I'm saying? And Brock, you can tell Brock really fucks with Cody Rhodes, man. He fucks with him,
mhm.
and like, cause Brock bled for this man. Brock don't bleed for nobody.
Nobody.
He ain't do it for Dean Ambrose. That's for
He
damn
ain't do it
sure.
for Ambrose. He threw his ass on a pile of chairs and was just like, "Yeah, God bless, nigga," and got the fuck up out of there. I don't think he bled for Roman. I don't even think he's like, and him and Roman have had what, about 4, 5 main event matches together.
Yeah, and they've
Mhm.
had a lot.
They've had a lot. Like, and he fucks with Roman, but like,
He
yeah, he
does.
really, really fucks with Cody. He's having the time of his life working this. So, that was that. So yeah, backlash. I'm 5 for 5, bro. Like wonderful, wonderful for PLE.
Mhm.
Um, and so I think from there we can take it into Raw the following Monday. So this Raw, this was the beginning of the draft. All the draftees went into effect Monday, so everybody is finalized. Everybody's where they at. Um, I do want to ask Frankie though, because I mean, I think me and Ant did talk. Yeah, we talked about this with Amp and everything. But like, Frankie, like, how are you feeling about like the draft overall? Like where in terms of like where certain talent is and like just even like the NXT people that's come up. Like, how are you feeling about it?
Um, it's always so kind of like I don't know. It's always in this weird area to me, like with what they're doing with the titles with
Mm,
Bianca and Rhea. So I'm always kind of like, okay, how are y'all gonna do this? Are we handing off the titles again? As far as like the draft itself overall, I kind of like when the talent is able to go to both shows. So that's just what I
mhm,
like. I like to be able to see people on both shows. I think both brands equally got great talent. I'm happy to see Bianca on SmackDown. I love Pretty Deadly, so I enjoyed that
for
tonight.
sure.
So
Yeah,
I'm,
hell yeah.
I'm I'm super excited to see what they're gonna be able to do. But overall, I thought that it was entertaining. And that like I said, both brands got some good pieces. The NXT call ups are all great. And they're gonna do well. But just personally, I like to see people going on both shows. That's always entertaining for me. So I probably on the one of the people who only that like that. But I like it. I
Yeah.
enjoy it when both
No,
women's
you
have
not
good
you. I kind of
pieces.
feel that way too ish. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like, all right, like not it would be for me. It'd be like not every week, but at least like
Yeah,
sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like
sometimes.
yeah, like sometimes I want to see like Roman just pop up on Raw for no
Right.
reason.
Like I
You know what I
love
mean?
that.
Like shit like that. Like of
Well,
course,
and I
because
say this too. Yeah, I'm sorry, I
no,
didn't
go
mean to cut
ahead.
you off.
No, you good.
Somebody on another podcast, and I can't remember who said it, but take the SmackDown and Raw off the women's titles and just call it like heavyweight title, or
Yeah,
kind of like you do with the men's championship. So it won't be
for
like
sure.
kind of confusing. So
Yeah, take the brands off, and
yeah, take the brands off.
yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like definitely like give them like a which I kind of feel like is probably how. That's why I kind of feel like they probably still have those titles because they gonna probably be giving them new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think they rebuilding them new titles, so I think like for Raw you'll have. I mean, for SmackDown, like Bianca will probably have the WWE Women's Championship, and then like on Raw,
The
Rhea will
Universal
have
Women's Champion.
or either the Universal Women's Championship or the world heavyweight women's championship or the world women's championship, something like that, something of them lines or whatever. And take the
yeah,
color blocking off them motherfuckers. Just
yeah.
get them
Take the
white
color off.
belts or give them black belts, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like take the
Yeah.
color off them
Take
shits.
the color off.
Like
And
just
give the
redo it.
girls a working belt. Give them the Intercontinental
Listen,
title. Give
listen,
them
man, turn
something.
that
Give
up,
them a
man.
U.S. title. Give them a light heavyweight championship.
Yeah,
Something. I don't know. Just give them something. Give them a TV title. I don't care. Like, just give them something. Give all the girls some extra to go to. Like, you ain't gotta be title crazy, but give the
yeah,
girls a working belt. So
yeah, and I've been a huge proponent, a huge like advocate for that. Like just one women's working title, give them an intercontinental title or give them a
yeah.
US title. Like just one. Like of course, like we said, we don't want to get too title heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but a
Listen, they
woman's
can bring
working
back.
belt makes a lot of sense here. You know what I'm
It
saying?
does. It does. They can bring back D'Lo's European title. Like, do something. Give my
Yeah.
girls some extra.
Um,
And the talent of women you have right now is gonna look great. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be booked right. Like a lot of like they're good. They're good enough for that. You know what I'm saying? So
if I
because
said if they bring a Woken Women's title, immediately give it to Zoe Stark.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
cause
Immediately
she's a
give it to her.
workhorse. Yeah,
She's a
cause
workhorse.
mhm.
Immediately give it to her.
And that'll keep and now honestly I think that'll keep her from like having to get put with someone like
Yeah,
get
because
put stuck in a tag team with like Natalia or some shit. Like
but no, that's reserved for Dana Brooke right now because that's what's about to happen.
yeah, that's crazy. Man, like I mean, I wasn't gonna talk about it, but that was very strange that she got TV time this week. But right, because we saw like maybe 2 weeks ago, Dana Book deserves, but I guess the internet was bored that day. It was just like, bro, y'all bored. Like, come on, man, stop it, stop. Like, let's not do this. Come on, man. Like, but she got squashed. So that's that. Honestly, I don't know why they just didn't make Dana Brooke a free agent. Like, I don't know why she got drafted. Like, again, like she could have been a free agent, and that spot could have been used for another woman. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but hey, whatever. How did you know what? Because let me ask you that. Like, how did you feel about whole factions being drafted?
I didn't mind it. But I was like, if you do it just for the bloodline, I was like, that was okay. Just do it for them. But I didn't really mind it.
Yeah.
Them all being drafted together.
Yeah, like I
It's
would say
different, but
like I was expecting like maybe the Bloodline and the Judgment Day. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
just them
Like,
two. But yeah,
yeah.
that was, yeah.
So that's okay. That's cool. Um, but yeah. So overall, like with Raw, we had the opening for the World Heavyweight Championship tournament.
Mm-hmm.
We just talk about those two matches. The first one, we opened up. Of course, we opened up with Cody coming out, talking, doing his, what are we going to talk about? Honestly, this the most energy the crowd had that night was when Cody opened up the show. Um, and then, we got a nice stare down between Seth and Cody when he came out.
Yep.
But that first triple threat, Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Damian Priest, holy shit. Like, nigga, a banger. A fucking banger. I
That's a
mean,
banger.
yeah, I'm upset. I mean, look, I'm a Seth guy. I'm a Seth guy. Also, I wanted to mention also, me and Ant are pretty deadly truthers.
Oh yeah,
We,
yeah,
we are
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
deadly
yeah,
truthers. That
yeah.
is our yes boy Edge and Christian. You know what I'm saying? So we fuck with them too, Frankie. Those are guys right there. Um, so running it back to the triple threat. I'm a Seth guy for sure, but I wanted Priest to probably come out of this, but I didn't want Seth not to lose because I kind of, when you look at that belt, it's like, bro, that's Seth's belt. Seth is going to get that belt. This is his reward for doing all the work that he had to do over the past few years, putting people over and shit like that. So
Mhm.
you want Seth to be the face of Raw, period. You know what I'm saying, for right now. Um, but they put on like a hell of a match. Like Priest is elevated to a whole nother level right now.
Yeah, Priest is I man, I don't
Yeah,
it's fucked up because I want them to do something with Priest, man, but it's like, what can you really do but just because like solo at this point deserves a title run too, like a
mm,
mid-card title run, like a IC title run or a United States Championship title run. But right now I'm looking at Priest that deserves that too.
yeah. Priest, and I feel like they got plans for Priest though. I feel like when Seth probably wins this title, I think you're going to be putting Priest in a position to be one of Seth's first few feuds when after he wins. I do think they may scale it back to Finn Balor again too, because again, the history between those two. But I think Priest is probably gonna be one of those rivals for Seth, looking down the line
Mm-hmm.
there. But this match was just, yeah, it was great. Like Nakamura was in a different fucking bag, man. Nakamura was going crazy. He was
Yeah,
looking like 2016 Nakamura out there.
he's motivated. You could tell
Yeah,
he's motivated.
yeah. He's got a
But
battery in the back.
that's been the big thing about him lately. He's not been motivated, but
Yeah,
he's been showing motivation right now.
yeah,
Yeah. And this
yeah.
is his first time on Raw, right? Like this his first
I
time like going to be on there, or like
Uh,
being drafted over there.
I
was
think he's
he?
been on there
No, he
before.
been on Raw before. I think when he first got called up, he was on Raw.
Okay.
No. He was on SmackDown when he
Oh,
first
he was
got
on
called.
SmackDown when he first got called up. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
I was
But
about to
then
say.
yeah, because he was one of the SmackDown Live like top guys. Like I remember that because that was like before he won the Royal Rumble. Um, but he did. I feel like he did get drafted to Raw at some point, like during one of the other drafts. But right now it's probably like the biggest one that he's really standing out because they kind of like rehabbed him. You know what I'm saying? They rehabbed his character and everything. So I think they got big plans. Apparently, you kind of see something with him and Miz is kind of brewing right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he's probably gonna be working with Miz for a little bit, and then we'll see where that takes us. Because Miz is gonna get Nakamura even more over anyway. Like that's
But
just
that
what
they
Miz
definitely
does.
got him the fuck away from carrying cross. I know that much.
Yeah, quick. Um, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They did that. Listen, shout out to Karen Cross though, because listen. I feel like I'm the only one that's still holding on. Everybody else done got off the bandwagon.
Hey
And
man, look here's my thing with carrying cross. He was bald for no reason. Like he was literally bald for no reason. Like I'm if I ever interview this guy, I'm gonna ask him like, bro, why were you bald? Like you didn't have to be bald, man. You didn't have to be bald, man.
This is gonna be the trailer this week. This is gonna be the
Like,
trailer this week.
I want to ask us.
We
I
gotta
really,
finally get this as a trailer, bro.
man. I gotta ask him like, bro, you were like you went bald, and then like you come back, you have a head full of hair.
Full head of
He
hair.
got the stockbroker hair.
Man,
Like-
stockbroker hair. He got it. That man got an amazing hairline. I'm like, bro, what are you doing, man?
Like, why did you do this? Like he was looking like a straight bullet head in NXT. I'm just like, why? Like, why did you do this?
You look up, man. I heard he's one of the nicest guys in the world, man. But I really gotta ask him, like, you know, like the pastor, why?
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 Why? Like, I really want to know, man. So, man, look, that's gonna be the first question. If we ever interview this, man, that's gonna be the first question. Like, bro, why were you bald?
And I'm gonna have you ask the question.
I will ask it with no problem. Like, bro, the first things first before we get started. Why were you bald? Like that's the first thing when I asked. Like, bro,
was your head hot? Was your head hot? Was it too much sweat? Was something going on? Like, what made you shave it all off?
Like you can look up, this man might have Seth Rollins hair, man. Fucking around with him, dog. Like,
didn't they have him in that like knockoff Farouk costume? Like Farouk debuted, he had like some kind of.
Oh man,
yeah,
it was
Vince
like a weird
had him,
look.
yo.
They
Vince
had him look like a Trojan or something. Like I don't know.
Vince is a fucking war criminal out of this
he's
world.
Going to hell.
Bro,
Yeah.
Vince is going to hell.
And he knows that. He knows that. He like, man, shit. I'm gonna live it up how I can in this bitch. But when I go. It'll be the end of that. Whatever. But motherfucker, you gonna put this helmet on, man, to go out there looking like a goddamn Spartan. Get your ass out there.
That's what it is.
That man was wearing suspenders, bro.
That nigga look like a God of War character getting killed by Kratos, bro. That's what he looked like.
That shit looked crazy, man. They had
sense.
Vince had that motherfucking looking like it was 1984 up in this bitch.
Whew.
That shit was
my
crazy.
dog got the down bad.
Had him like that getting jobbed out to Jeff Hardy by a roll up.
Man, talk about hostile work environments. Good lord.
OSHA violation.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's crazy. But yeah, like I don't know, like the Karrion Kross problem. Because I mean, if you look at SmackDown tonight, well, he's on SmackDown now. Like he stayed on SmackDown. He wasn't even on SmackDown tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, I guess because really it was kind of a stack thing. Like they was real time constraint. So they had to fit a lot of things into 2 hours. But again, we'll talk about that when we get to SmackDown. But you know, spinning it back to Raw, the next triple threat, you know what I'm saying? We had Finn Balor versus The Miz versus Cody Rhodes. This one wasn't better than the first triple threat, but it was good. Cody really had some great spots, and it's like the double Cody cutter was crazy. Like that was fucking dope. Like they really showed out, but you kind of expected, like we all kind of knew what was gonna happen. We knew Brock was gonna interfere in this shit.
And Brock interfered like a motherfucker too.
Yeah, and we still, honestly, like again, we still don't know why Brock is whooping Cody's ass. Like we
don't know and don't care. I'm just
man, look.
I'm entertained.
Hey, look, Brock is an agent of chaos, dog. Like that's all he does, just come out there and cause chaos, bro.
And he's so unintentionally funny to me. The cradling of Cody's head. I don't know.
When he came out there, look at my face.
Look at my face.
Look at my face.
Shout out to Cody. Shout out to Cody. Cody Dre on Black Announce Table. He had the image ready for us, and he kept putting the image on the screen and throwing us off. Like that's the funniest image this week was Brock staring in the camera with that big ass gash in the middle of his head, bro. Like shout out to Brock. I love Brock Lesnar, bro.
I love him.
I love that nigga, man.
Love this version. Love.
He's a cowboy now, man. He's just going out there just
Cowboy Brock is the best Brock Lesnar, bro.
He's been terrorizing
He
just been terrorizing every fucking body, dog. When he terrorized Sami Zayn was in that wheelchair, let's go to Saskatchewan. Let's go hunting. Let's go fishing. Like, come on.
That's a crazy ass dude, bro.
Man, nah.
Brock is again. You know when Brock is having fun, bro. Like you
Yeah.
know when he's having a ball at his job, man. And like, yo, shout out to him. Shout out to that segment.
Hey, look, man. He probably asked Cody, like, "You sure you gonna put through the table?" Yeah, put me through a
Yeah,
table.
Cody is old school, man. He going through that table. He like, put me
Like,
through the
Absolutely.
table, nigga.
and Cody went to that table so stiff too, dog. It was just like,
Said,
why, bro?
plant me. You want me to land on my neck? Like, like Cody is like that, man. But you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's happening. So that sets up the first Night of Champions booked match. And that's Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar
In the fight pit.
part 2.
In the fight pit.
Oh my god.
In the fight pit.
They haven't said, I
Wait,
mean,
I was about to say, have they made the stipulations yet? Did I
No,
they
miss
haven't
that?
made a
Brock
stipulation.
said he wants to fight.
He
Cody
said, I want to
accepted that
fight.
shit.
Cody said, I want to fight too. So,
But it might fuck around and be the fight pit. Brock
Oh
like,
my-
fight pit.
yo, Fight Pit and Saudi is crazy.
I
That's
just need a
crazy.
segment with Cody talking to Riddle about the fight pit. And Riddle be like, man, so look, bro, you know, you got to go ahead, man, and just go head first into that. And, you know, it's going to be okay, man. You might get lumped up a little bit, but you'll be able to handle it, bro.
He'll just say, just stay off the shoulder. Stay off the pecs. Don't extend the pec too much. You know what I mean?
Because, man, you know, Matt Riddle's a fight pit legend in that bitch, man.
Yeah, he
I
is.
mean,
Yeah.
I mean, even though he won and won, because Thatcher stretched his ass out in that bitch.
Yeah, Thatcher fucked him up. But he got Seth last year. He told Seth
Man,
ass up.
we need Thatcher back, man. Thatcher 2-0 in that bitch. So,
Yeah. But yeah, like that's the first setup match, you know what I'm saying? So we got that. Again, we already talked about the Rhea squash on Dana Brooke, but that, oh god, and of course it brings out Natalia. So Natalia is literally like the parsley that you sprinkle on, like, you know, Natalia has to get like a man, like the heavyweight title match once per year quota. She's got to have that like in her contract or some shit. Because then she gets beat and then she goes away. You know what I'm saying? She gets back to coaching. So that's that. So we're gonna probably get Natalia, Rhea Ripley at Night of Champions 2, possibly.
Well, and it'll be good. I mean,
Yeah, she's not bad. Like, I'm not saying like
no,
Natalia's
yeah, no,
bad, but it's
I
like they always do this.
yeah, it's like you said, she just get like a bye week. Like, okay, we're just gonna put her in. She gonna get to the championship or
Exactly.
whatever. So I don't know, but yeah,
They
we'll
just
see.
got to figure out who will be her next feud on Raw for Rhea Ripley, because we don't know right now. It's kind of up in the air. when you
Yeah, it's
think about
kind of up in the air because I'm kind of trying to think like the women's roster. Because Ronda Rousey went over to Raw, but Ronda's hurt. Becky is in the middle of the thing with Trish. Honestly, you know what? Becky is probably gonna be her next big one.
it. Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
probably gonna be SummerSlam.
That's
Probably gonna be
SummerSlam, yeah,
That's
that's what I'm
SummerSlam. That's
thinking.
SummerSlam for sure, because
because you
she
remember
about
the stare down from before.
yeah.
So
And
What
you know,
about?
no, go ahead, my
I was
bad.
about to say about Beth Phoenix. Was that like just the one off from earlier this year, or was
I
she
think
gonna
that was
do
just
anything else?
yeah, I
I
think
think
that
that was
was
just the
it.
one off.
The one
Yeah.
off because Edge and the Edge feud with the Judgment Day thing. I think that pretty much just wrapped up after they lost that. That was Elimination Chamber. They lost, right? The mixed tag.
No, I think
Mm-hmm.
I thought they won that shit. Oh,
They,
Judgment Day. No, who won that?
That.
the Judgment did the Judgment Day win that?
I think they lost. I think Finn
I
ate
think
that
they
pin.
lost. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Finn
Finn. Yeah,
Finn
Finn.
did eat it. Yeah,
Yeah,
Finn ate that.
Finn ate that pin. Yep.
Yeah, he ate that pin. So that's probably where they wrapped it up. That's probably where like it was over and done. Because I mean, then you had Finn and Edge, of course, on the Hell in the Cell at WrestleMania.
Edge went federal on that bitch, man. He hit
Yeah,
Finn with that ladder, dog.
yeah.
He
Finn ate
meant
that
that shit.
letter. Shout out to 14 Staples Finn. You feel me?
Whew.
Hey man, he really wanted to hit Finn with that bitch. He's like, fuck it.
Yeah, he tore his ass up. Shout out to Finn though. That's my guy, man. Um, let's see what else we get Monday. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Imperium. Yo, that was a nice ass match. That was
Yeah,
cool.
I agree
That
with
was a
that.
cool match. You know, we had oh my god, why am I Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. Yeah, you know, we got introduced to there. And then, you know, of course they announced before that, they said, hey, motherfucker, Gunther is coming.
Yeah.
So He wasn't there this past Monday. He's probably on his honeymoon still. Because
Somebody gonna get chopped when he come back though.
yeah, somebody getting chopped the
Oh,
fuck up next
Kaiser, put him down.
Yeah.
Put him down.
Yeah, he need to start whooping them again, man. He need to start getting them whoopings again.
Yeah, we ain't seen that in a minute. He used to be tearing ass up too.
Yeah, because I mean they haven't really been wrestling a lot. It's really, you know what I'm saying, like Gunther been wrestling more than Kaiser and Vinci. But I think now you need to get Kaiser and Vinci more active now because now you got people to throw at Sammy and KO, you know, in terms of tag team rivalry and everything now. So we probably gonna start seeing more of that.
I just want to hear, put him down. Put him down.
Put him down.
And then
slap
he just
the shit out of
slap
him.
the shit out of him and just start cussing him out in Austrian.
Yeah, Gunther is coming. Gunther.
Oh,
Shout out to
man.
Gunther. He just got married.
Hey, low key, man. I missed the old Giovanni Vinci act that he had when he was pointing at the camera.
Ferrari Vinci.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, that shit was hard, man. They ain't get that enough time in NXT, bro. But maybe they took that back in for later on. I don't know, but yeah, that shit was tough. So we had that. You know, of course, Kevin and Sammy win that. In terms of NXT people, Zoe Stark was the first one to have a match on Raw, and I think that was pretty cool to bring her out. And keep her heel too, you know, so she's still heel from in her NXT time. But to have her come out first, to be introduced first, you know what I'm saying, to have a match first so you could really see like what she's capable of in the ring and everything of that nature. I don't know what they're doing with like Nikki Cross. This whole Nikki Cross thing is weird. I'm sorry. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's
It is.
strange.
It
It's
it
very
is very
strange.
weird, and it's like it hasn't gone anywhere at
Mhm.
all, and I hate it because I want the women to have those crazy characters. Like I feel like there's a place for it, but it's just not. It hasn't, elevated into anything. There hasn't been any concrete storylines with her craziness. There's been like some fun spots and matches,
Mhm.
um, but I don't know. I just
Yeah, like the War Games was kind of like
yeah,
the peak
yeah,
for that for her.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, it's just kind of, and then it looked like they was trying to do something with her and Candace, and then it just kind of just disappeared. Maybe I don't know. Did Candace? I don't know if Candace already got hurt, or maybe she kind of had some maternity time. You know, because again, they have a little baby. You know, her and Johnny got a little baby, so maybe she needed to take
yeah,
some time off for baby Quill or something of that nature. I don't really know, but yeah, I don't know what they doing with Nikki Cross, but I mean, she's a good hand. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, she's not gonna be putting no title picture or nothing like that. But yeah. But to have her go against Zoe Stark, like that was pretty cool. So we saw that. I'm guessing maybe we might see JD McDonough next week, possibly. We'll probably finally see him.
He's probably gonna squash up Tozawa or some shit.
Yeah, he may, or maybe he might work with Woods. I don't know. Maybe I don't, because I don't even know if he. I don't know if he gonna be heel or not, because I don't know what they're gonna do with his character of that nature. I know
He's gonna have an interaction with Finn. That's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
I mean, it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to have that interaction with Finn because again, everybody knows Finn is the one who trained JD. You know what I'm saying? So that's his OG. So whatever. Maybe we'll see him next week. Dominic Mysterio goes over Woods. You know, we just talked about Woods. He beat Woods. It wasn't clean, of course.
Definitely not.
But Xavier Woods is holding it down for the New Day though for right now. Like, because Kofi's out and E, of course, we know E is out still. So that was that. Um, and then in our main event, Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor, the rematch of the inaugural Universal Title match. Yeah, that was some big fight feel too between those two for real. Like, we had a nice callback in that match. Like, Finn gave Seth the buckle bomb into the barricade. In case you don't remember, like that's what got Finn's shoulder. Like, he tore his rotator cuff
mm-hmm.
because they kind of botched that back during that match. So Finn did it to Seth, and he was like, "Yeah, how you like that, motherfucker?" So that was cool there. But In the end, Seth wins with the stump. So Penn Balor is back. Penn Balor is back. You know what I'm saying? So Seth is your he went into the final. He went into the final for Night of Champions. And that was Raw. I don't think I missed anything.
No, you good. You ran through that. Yep.
Running through NXT real quick. We have the women's title tournament going on. I think they only had 2 matches this week. Tiffany Stratton beats Gigi Dolan. Look, Gigi Dolan is not good.
I think
They giving her thick thick privileges.
I'm gonna say this. Her indie work was a lot better.
Her indie work was better.
I think she's still trying to get adjusted to the WWE style of wrestling.
Yeah, I was trying to say maybe it's the Styles Clash. I don't know.
But she been there how long? It's been what, 2 years?
Hey, look, man.
And Toxic Attraction was getting a lot of time. They've been getting a lot of fucking time to work.
I don't know.
I don't know.
She just need a little bit more seasoning. She need the Indy Hartwell treatment, and I think she'll be good.
Yeah, possibly. Probably. So JC Jane, you know, again, like I'm guessing they about to spin it back to them again, you know.
Bizarro Britt Baker, yeah.
Bizarro Britt Baker, dog. Okay. You know, I always thought in my mind, like, yo, JC Jane looks like someone. And now you just said that shit. And yes, she does look like Britt Baker. That's crazy. Thank you, Ant. Thank you for that. Let's see. How tapped in are you with NXT, Frankie?
I try. Like, I really have started back, you know, trying to get into it. But like I said, it's just so much content to try to take in. I don't watch them every single week. But I do try to follow and keep up like who the hot names are. And see who's getting ready to come up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you know.
You're not missing a whole lot. Honestly, like with NXT, I will say this. The best thing, I won't even say the best thing, like you could literally watch just NXT PLEs and you will be fine.
Yeah.
Like when they get a PLE, like a Saturday PLE, or like when their theme shows, like there's like Spring Breaking and Great American, like they've been pretty solid. I'll give them that. Like those are pretty solid, but like regular week to week NXT, like yeah, I can't. That's a struggle. Like I kind of put it on as white noise.
Yeah, that I just turned to it and flipped to it, and I'll start like doing something in my room or something like that. But I catch them and you know, kind of see where some of the things are going. But like you know, and I do like whenever they do have their PLEs, I'll tune in and watch it, and they are good. You know, they do a good job. So, but
I think one thing that'll help get them out of this weird place that they in, they need to start traveling again.
Yeah.
I think because that's one of the things that made Black and Gold special to me. Black and Gold NXT was the fact that they wasn't always just locked in a Full Sail. Like they would leave Full Sail and everything. Because the CWC crowd is probably one of the most annoying crowds in the industry right now. I hate the CWC, bro. I cannot stand that crowd. But because the thing about the CWC, they try to control the show. They try to get people over that shouldn't be over, and then they're trying to get
say a name.
To get themselves over.
No, fuck that. Say a name. Put a name out there. Put a name on it.
Ooh.
Put a name on it. You know who I'm talking about too. Put a motherfucking name.
It's two people you could be talking about right now.
Go ahead and say a name, dog.
Well, I say Trick Williams is one. Trick Williams is definitely one of them. Carmelo Hayes is the other.
Wait.
Carmelo Hayes is the other one.
Wait, you a Trick Williams fan?
She a Trick truther?
You know.
Well, look. Okay, hold on. Now we know Frankie. Okay, we know Frankie. Frankie love her some. She love her some wrestlers, bro.
Hey,
Look, if there's anybody out there in the wrestling community right now who got their eye candy all on my timeline, it's definitely Frankie, bro. It's Frankie.
hey, listen, man. I got eyes. I got eyes. So yeah, hey, tread softly on my dog. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah,
But no,
they do.
no.
I feel like that's to me, and to be honest, that's why I've had gaps in between some of the years that I followed. To me, it's the hijacking of the crowds, like I talked about earlier. They
Yeah.
make or break some of these events, and when they try to do too much, even in the community as a whole, with the quote unquote internet wrestling community, and just the way people are about the product, sometimes can be real off putting. So I
Mhm.
agree. Like sometimes them crowds be trying to do too much. Like
Yeah, they be trying to
scale
get
it back.
themselves over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They
they
live for that
it's
type of
like
shit.
they get behind somebody, but they really trying to get themselves over. They want to be the star of
Right.
the show, and it's like, bro, like,
Right.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
relax. And it be the same people in there every week.
That's
You
how
know what I'm
Zack
saying?
Ryder. That's how Zack Ryder got over.
Oh, brother, don't get me
Woo
started.
woo woo. You
Oh,
know
You
it.
know it.
the worst era ever.
Nah, man. I need my dog Matt Cardona in the WWE now, man.
Yeah, he can come as Matt. You better
Yeah, he
keep
gotta
that
come.
Zach
Yeah.
shit. Keep that shit
He
tucked
gotta
the
come.
fuck in.
He gotta come back as Matt Cardona. I need him to jump Cody Rhodes and start a feud with him on that shit.
Y'all wasn't
Oh
feeling
no.
Long Island IZ. Come on. Come
No,
on, bro. Come
no.
on. Get into it.
See,
uh,
I fuck when he was the edge heads, but when he was the edge heads and shit. But
oh wow, I forgot all about
that
Edge
shit
Head.
was
Jesus
funny.
Christ.
That shit was funny, man. Like it's Uncle Edge.
Cause that was him and
Damn, what the fuck was his name?
I can see it. That wasn't Hawkins, was it? No.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
was it
Kurt
Kurt
Hawkins.
Hawkins?
It
It
was
was
Kurt
Kurt
Hawkins.
Hawkins.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was Kurt Hawkins. That's what it
Yeah.
he
was.
like this Uncle Edge.
Oh my god. Oh, I forgot about the Edge Heads. Good lord.
And they had a fire ass theme too, man. Don't get it twisted, dog. They had a fire ass theme, bro. Like they had that grunge ass rock.
Oh my goodness gracious. And they dressed exactly like Edge did too.
Hey, look,
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
they
Man.
debuted against the Undertaker, dog. And Undertaker looked like, who the fuck is this? And he was about to pin him. Undertaker looked up like, what the fuck?
Oh my god, man. Wow, what a callback. Good lord. Yeah. Wow. That just unlocked. I just had a Mandela effect. Like, good lord. Okay.
That actually
So
exists. That actually
that
happened.
actually did exist. I do remember that. Oh my that oh whew. But yeah, getting back to NXT. um yeah, just finishing up. We can skip some of this like Gallus, and I don't understand what Gallus saying. Matter of fact, that's starting to become a thing in the storyline. They'd be like, look, I don't know what you just said, but hey, why? Why? That's not a bad theme though.
That shit
That shit kind
hard,
of
man.
hard.
That
That shit
shit
is kind of
hard,
tough.
man. They were tag team champions and everything, man. But look, speaking of tag team champions, man, I'm tired of Gallus and their aloe black ass theme music, dog. I'm sick of this shit,
Bro,
man.
Aloe Black. All right.
I'm so sick of this shit. Like
That damn Aloe Black in the pub theme music.
man.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
That what was the name? No, I know. I forgot the name of that guy. I'm only human. That's
Rag and Bone.
yeah,
Some
Rag
shit
and
like
Bone.
that.
That's who did. That's what sounded like it did their theme, man. Like just tired of weekend, just short ass fucking Joe Coffey, man. I'm tired of that shit, man. Like just. I never knew he was that fucking short, dog. Like this man short as shit.
Yeah, Joe Coffey's like 5'4", 5'5".
I mean, he be having them fire ass coats on and shit, man. But fuck him. I don't want to.
And it looks like they about to really get into some mid with Gallus because they about to feud with Tony D and Stacks.
Hey man, look. Tony D, whoever Tony D'Angelo beats, dog, he always send them niggas up to the main roster.
Hey,
And like
listen,
Amp said,
Amp said,
he gonna send him somewhere he's not gonna go. So.
Yo, shout out to Amp, bro. Shout out to Amp. If you missed last week's episode 28, we had Ampavelli from Random Acts of Podcast on here, man. That was a real fun episode, man. And like now we going back to back because having Frankie here, like this is about to be a banger. I can tell. Um, um, moving forward, yeah, we get past that. Ilya Dragunov and Dijak. Yeah, so they're feuding right now. Ilya actually won this match via DQ. Dijak just fucked him up. He fucked up Dragunov.
Hey
He
man,
he buried him under steel steps.
hey look,
And
man,
yeah, that
Dijak
was
been beating his ass like he a KGB agent, dog. Like it's
yeah,
been
for
looking
real.
bad,
Like
man.
he
He been
infiltrating America or some shit. Like for real. Like that's what like y'all gotta like hey get my man off of NXT, man. Get him on main roster, please. Like
man.
Dragunov is him.
Low key, I need Dijak back up there, dog, to start jumping on people too with that cop gimmick he got. Hey man, it's gonna be fucked up. The first feud he's gonna have is against Xavier Woods on some crime, some black. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah. Oh, good lord. Good lord. Oh my
God. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Oh my god.
Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh, let's
Don't mind me.
Oh wow. Okay.
Don't mind me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm laughing my ass off. Yeah, we get past that. The second women's match, Lyra Valkyrie, she defeated Kiana James. So
Kiana James is fucking good, man.
Yeah, she's great.
I like Kiana James.
I think she's great. I think her character's gotten a whole lot better than like what she was initially when she was just an accountant and shit. Like, but yeah, she's come along.
Came out with that throwaway shorty red ass beat. And then she came out to the
yeah, that was weird. Yeah, she came out to her Teflon bag.
I'm glad, man. I'm glad they changed that shit, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they finally showed that, like, yo, she actually is like has character. Like, she's a good heel. You know what I'm saying?
And she's a black queen too.
Yeah,
so
shout out to that black queen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Also, other black queen, Soul Ruka, feel better. You know what I'm saying? Again, we know you tore your ACL, so get better soon. Cause
I know one thing, man. Umar is not happy with Soul Ruka's pops and Kiana James' mom.
yeah, Umar is probably not happy with their half of their parents, but hey, you know what I'm saying? Like love is love. You know what I mean? But
not love.
So they over there swimming in milk, man. So he ain't happy about
that. Anna's on one tonight. And the close out NXT. Again, yeah. All right. So Trick Williams got a match. I did not watch this match. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like I'm gonna keep it real. Look. I had it on in the background. I did. I'm more so caught the tail end because for some reason Carmelo left the barbershop because they was at this shit. Stop this barbershop shit, please. Like come on, guys. Like let's stop. Like we don't be in a barbershop like that, man.
It's a little corny.
It's corny. It's very corny. And then like, you know, they up in there trying to act like they dropping Muhammad Ali bars and that bitch. It's like, nah, bro, this shit is not it's not hidden. It's not hidden, bro.
Like LeBron's the shop.
Yeah. I mean LeBron the shop is even better than this shit. And you know, I'd rather hear LeBron live for an hour straight than than this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, like this is crazy. Like, so let's get that out of here. But Braun Breaker, look, I'm gonna tell you this about Braun Breaker. I love heel Braun already.
Yeah.
I love.
Hey man, he throwing a black singlet, man. Got the symbiote suit on now, dog.
Yeah, and then like he actually did a great promo before that. Like, you know, that was basically what made Carmelo lead the barbershop. Like he was like, "Yo, Carmelo, your ass is mine. I'm gonna fuck you up."
Pause. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. But he said, "Yo, your ass is mine."
Wow.
That's just, you know what I mean? But Trick Williams, Trick Williams. You know, his theme, like, you know, this is the first time I heard his theme. Like, he got this fake Pop Smoke thing. Like, Child.
Well, and
Hey,
then they have him wrestling in like Billy Gunn's old tights. Like, don't he got those shorts
Yeah,
with the
he actually,
oh yeah? I was like,
yeah.
them look like the Mr. Ass
Yeah,
from
he in the
the.
Mr. Ass joints because I thought before he was like wearing like boxing shorts, kind of like how Grayson Waller did, but
Yeah.
maybe they was like, nah, that's Grayson, like that's Grayson, like you got to do something else, you know what I'm saying? But
hey, look, he got a better theme. He got a better drill theme than fucking Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia got some
man,
Buffalo drill,
yeah,
dog. So yeah.
get Daniel Garcia out my face, man. Get him out my face, dog. Like, yeah, listen, man, y'all, hey, Daniel Garcia tricked y'all. He tricked y'all.
Yeah. All
He
right,
tricked y'all.
Westbrook.
Hey, listen, that motherfucker tricked y'all. He said he listened to Griselda one time and y'all was like, oh, Daniel Garcia, one of them. Like, nah, nigga, he's not. Anyway, um, Braun Breaker, Carmelo comes out. He speared the dog shit out of Carmelo Hayes. Like, he sent that motherfucker. I don't know where Carmelo from. Boston? Yeah, I think he's from Boston. He sent his ass back to Boston with that spear. That shit was violent. And
Textbook.
yeah, textbook violent. Like that shit was crazy. Like, I kind of understand why you be saying like Braun has the best spear in the game.
That shit is violent, dog.
To me, it's still Roman.
Violent.
It's still
No,
Roman for me.
it's not
Because
Roman.
Romans is so eloquent and like it's like poetic, man. Like
Fuck that, man. I like
that
Brian
Roman
shit.
spear is
Brian shit
beautiful,
is just
bro.
violent, dog. All he do is like
Yeah,
people
Braun
die.
is a dog. He just like you would think like you'd be like, yo, that nigga's going to the hospital.
Dog,
This
he
shit.
sent what dog name?
Oh, when he speared Odyssey Jones,
Sent him
he
to
speared
Raw.
that nigga to Raw. Yeah, man. Like, but yeah, that's what closed out NXT. So we done with NXT. Dynamite real quick. Nothing really of substance here. Orange Cassidy did have a match with Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia was absolutely boring in this match. Orange Cassidy, again, your best worker in AEW, period. House of Black had they had this nigga. They turned the lights off in that bitch.
look, they had a static TV playing in the background while they was wrestling. And
bro.
Shit, man.
Like they had. Now Dynamite was here this past week. It was in Detroit, and they gave Detroit some mid. Outside of the main event. I will give him that. The Moxley and Omega cage match, that shit was tough. That shit was hard, but it was kind of predictable because you saw Don Callis come out with Kenny. So I was just like, okay, yeah, Don Callis about to turn on Kenny Omega, and that's what happened. Even though Don Callis got slept, a month ago by the BC for real.
Mox hit him for real, dog.
Yeah, he got knocked the fuck out for real. It was a shoot. He got knocked the fuck out, and now he's on their side now. So
look, my thing is this: what the fuck is the Blackpool Combat Club? What is their whole mission? They just beating everybody ass for no fucking
everybody
reason.
ass. Like anybody who's not real wrestling, they want to fuck them up. I guess I don't know.
You got Daniel. You got Brian Danielson gouging niggas' eyes out and shit, man.
And smiling at violence. However, I always fuck with Danielson when he's a heel. Like Brian Danielson, he's a wonderful heel, dog. I'm sorry. I love when he's a heel.
Hey, honestly, that's the only reason why I'm tuning into AEW right now. Because the main event where MJF is boring as fuck.
Dog, fuck MJF.
Blackpool Combat Club just going out there just beating the shit out of everybody. That shit is fucking hilarious, dog.
Yeah.
How you getting beat up by a nigga like an accountant?
Willer useless.
Yeah, this motherfucker like he sell mattresses, nigga. He work at mattress firm, man. So you got him out here beating everybody ass and shit. Like
that nigga like he sell mattresses.
Like, come on, dog. Like, what the fuck, man?
He do look like he work at Best Buy for real.
Yeah, man. Like he Geek Squad, nigga, all day. Like, hey, man, you got a virtual computer, man? Like $250, man. We'll get it off of there for you. That's him, man. That's him. And he over there beating the shit out of everybody, dog. That shit is crazy as hell to me. Yeah, Claudio running through niggas looking like
bruh. Hey, listen, I don't never want to hear nobody
Hey
say
man,
Claudio
look,
should be
hey
a
look,
top
dog.
guy
Hey
ever
man, look,
again.
man. I'm like
Don't.
this, dog. Blackpool Combat Club, man. They whooping everybody ass. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
they
with it.
fucking everybody
I'm with
up.
it.
Honestly, I
I'm
feel
with
like
it.
they should have been they better as heels anyway.
Man, that shit
Personally,
is funny,
like,
dog. When man, I
yeah,
was look, I tapped in when he knocked out Don Callis the way he did, bro. I tapped in right there.
yeah, I bought in right there. I
He
bought in,
knocked him out.
even though I'm not a fan of Mox, I
Hey,
kind of
look,
still,
hey,
I
look,
bought
he,
in.
he hit him for real and then put his boot in the back of his neck like you bitch ass nigga. Dog was bleeding. Hey, look, dog was bleeding.
Dog was bleeding, like he was bleeding.
And look, all you hear was, oh my God.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was wild. That was wild. But yeah, that was dynamite. Anything like so again, we talked about in the news stuff, but you get an announcement of an announcement next week from Tony Khan, the end, whatever. Fuck it. That's dynamite this week. SmackDown. Okay, so we can finally talk about what happened on SmackDown. Um, I'm sure this is gonna make Frankie really happy. Um
Yes.
be- we will get to that in just a few. But we open up. This is one thing I loved about SmackDown tonight was the fact. I mean, SmackDown's a 2 hour show, so Fox be like, "Look, my nigga, hurry up, like for real, like get this shit on." So, we did back to back the triple threat matches back to back, tonight. And listen, man, Edge, Ray, and AJ, that shit was fire. That shit was fire. That shit was that was a match. Honestly, you kind of saw Edge's influence throughout this match. Like Edge really was like, "Yo, we got to do this spot. We should do this. We should do that." Like
Hey
you,
man, he kind of had me worried when he did that double spear outside the
Out
ring.
the side of the
yeah,
road. Yeah.
I got worried
Yeah.
too. I was like, "Yo, Edge, hey,
And,
slow down." Like
like your neck is like barely hanging on. So
yeah,
like
like
let's not.
neck fusion. Speaking of neck fusion, like someone else that just got neck fusion surgery, Bobby Roode.
Yeah.
So he's out for another year again. I really think it's time for Bobby Roode to hang it up. I think it's over. But well wishes to Bobby Roode on that. But yeah, this match was a banger though. Like it was crazy. Like it was just one spot where like AJ like Irish whipped Ray to like out the ring. He slid he slid head first underneath the ropes, and then Edge caught him in a DDT on the outside of the ring. I said, "Yo, that's wow." You know what I mean? Like that was crazy. They did a lot of flippy shit at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like AJ like flipped Edge on the Ray, and then Ray flipped on the AJ, and then it was a lot of crazy spots in this match. So, but in the end, AJ wins with the phenomenal forearm. Was it Edge he pinned? Yeah, he pinned Edge. So Ray is still looking strong out of that scenario. Um, so we follow up with um, Bobby, Austin Theory, and who the hell else? I'm missing. Who else was in that match? Bobby, Austin Theory, and Sheamus. Yeah, that match it was a little slower. You know what I'm saying? That match was a little slower because of what I
Hey man,
expected.
look, one thing about Sheamus, I don't know if anybody said about this shit. Sheamus got a nasty ass bicycle kick, man. When you do that bro kick, man, that
Oh,
bitch
that
is
bro kick is nasty.
that shit
Yeah.
nasty than a
He kicked the shit
motherfucker,
out of
man.
people with that motherfucker, man.
I mean, he got to pay homage to my nigga Albert, dog, A Train, because he got a nasty one too. When he used to
Yeah.
kick,
But it's safe though. Like he does it so safe. Like he really like
yeah,
he be looking like he fucking somebody up, but he's like
Yeah,
very
it
safe with
looks
it.
good. That's what I was about to say. It looks good. Like, and I like it. I love when it looks like it's
Yeah.
supposed to look. It looks good.
Yeah, A Train shit was violent, dog. Like you just
Yeah.
I don't think
that
anyone's ever been hurt by the broke kick either. Like I don't think
nah.
anyone's gotten hurt by that.
But A Train hurt niggas with that Baldo bomb he was hitting people with.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he was tripping. Yeah, he was tripping. I'm still surprised that man is a coach. But I
That's
mean, but
Lord inside to y'all.
yeah, like Oh, good lord.
Oh yeah, he used to beat the shit out of Sakamoto too. He used to beat
Oh
the shit out of
yeah.
Sakamoto.
When he was in Japan,
That shit looked very racial too, man. That looked very racial. I'm like, I don't know
he was
about
having
this
too
one.
much fun over there, bro. He was
Yeah,
having way too much
yeah, he
fun.
was Giant Bernard over there with he was Giant Bernard over there with
Yeah.
Carl Anderson.
Yeah, he was having way too. Oh God, good lord. Early machine gun Anderson, bro. Wow. But yeah, like I know I saw some people tonight was saying like, yo, like people not doing their interests on TV. I'm like, bruh, time constraints,
Time
like for
constraints.
real. Like
And
they
then
had to. It was a lot. It was a loaded show.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought Edge was gonna win since he had the only interest in that first match.
Same.
I did
Same.
too. I felt like they set him up, bro. Like they
Yeah.
set up. They it had you looking like Edge, especially when he dropped that video earlier this week talking about like, yo, if I win this, you know what I'm saying, if I win the title, the first time I lose it, that's when I'm hanging it up. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a lot of storytelling with that, but yeah, I kind of thought Edge might have did it too. But my final pick, personally, for that final was really going to be Seth and AJ. That was my pick. But
Hey, they got to give us a banger, man. That's gonna be a fucking banger.
yeah, yeah. And like the last time they did it was what, for the Universal title.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was whew, Seth and AJ went crazy in that match. But yeah, so the second match, honestly, I thought Austin Theory, like that was my sleeper right there. I was like, Austin Theory
Hey
might win
man,
this shit.
look, that match reminded me how fucking good he is, man. Like
Yeah.
he is really fucking good, dude. He is a
Yeah.
fucking wrestler.
Yeah,
He is.
Austin's good in the ring. He is. Yeah, he's good in the ring, and he's only just gonna get better. He's getting better at it. He's a good heel or whatever, but you know he got U.S. title business to handle too at the same time. So
Right.
it was kind of easy for him. But Bobby got busted up. Like that motherfucker was forehead was leaking.
Yeah.
Like
That
he
was
was
bad.
yeah, it was pretty bad. But shout out. Shout out to Wade Barrett for overselling the fuck out of that. That motherfucker said he lost 2 pints of blood.
Shout out to him, period, because I have thoroughly enjoyed him on commentary. Like
Oh, Wade
I
Barrett, I
like him
love
a
him.
lot.
Yeah, I love Wade Barrett on comedy. Honestly, I like him more than McAfee
I do
personally.
too. I do too. And I tweeted
Yeah,
that. Yeah, like I do. I mean, I like Pat. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, I do too.
I love Wade. I love him on there.
Yeah, like I like Pat McAfee. The thing is, I think he was so far removed because when he left last summer, and you know he went to go do because after that he podcast and then he
Right.
had to
College
go do
football.
college football, then
Yeah.
Monday night football and all that. And by the time he came back for Royal Rumble, he was just like, "Fuck, like what do I say? You know what like what do I do? Like I'm
Yeah.
kind of like lost here. Like I don't
Yeah.
know, but." You know, it's good to bring McAfee back here and there, but really that's Wade's seat. Like Wade belongs there. Like it's got to be Wade and Cole on Friday nights. I don't want it any other way right now.
Me
But
either.
but yeah. So that happened. I can't remember what followed up the back to back. Was it the women's tag?
I think it.
Or
Was it a
I don't
gosh, what
know.
did go after that?
What happened? What did go happen? I don't think it was. It might not have been a women's tag. Was it?
I got you. I got you. I got
Yes, it's kind of like I didn't make the notes for SmackDown. I'm just really going off the top.
you. Hold on, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Technical difficulties here. Grayson Waller showed up and he talked to.
You know what happened?
Yeah, Cameron Grimes and Barry Corbin.
Guess what happened? Cameron Grimes squashed Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
Turn that up, and Cameron got a good pop. He got a real good pop tonight. Like
Yeah.
shout out to Cameron Grimes, man. That's my guy right there, man. I'm glad he's back.
And then we get into the bloodline.
Then we get to Frankie's favorite part. Her baby father came back tonight. He came to work tonight.
Hey.
Our tribal chief Roman Reigns came to work, and what a segment. What a segment.
Hey, it was amazing. The head of the table is back to entertain the masses. You know, got a family to feed, all that.
Hey, listen,
You know,
look, and it went a way that we all kind of knew it was where it was going, even though the bloodline just won. You know what I'm saying? They did win that backlash. It was still the WrestleMania match that mattered the most because, like, bro, like y'all had the tag titles, and then you dedicated this match to me. First of all, why you dedicate this match to me? Like, I don't understand that.
hilarious.
Like, explain that to me. Like, why would you dedicate this match to me? Look, Roman Reigns is just, this man,
He's a gas. He's a gaslighter.
this
He's a
man,
gaslighter, dude.
this
Like,
man, like, this is a very talented man. Like, I'm sorry, like this guy, he's going crazy. Like, and you see Jimmy like smiling and shit. And I was just wondering, like, why is Jimmy fucking smiling? And it's just part of it. I know it was like, okay, it's the act, but also Jimmy's probably like, look, here go Joe. Here go Joe doing that Joe shit. Here you go. Here go Joe being a bully. Like, okay, let me get it together. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But he brought it back. He got it back because Roman pushed the shit out of his face. He's like, yo, what the fuck is you smiling at?
Hey,
Are you happy? Like, what? Like, why are you smiling? You know what I'm saying? I also like the symbolism there. Like, if I don't know if y'all noticed, but like, um, they had Roman and Solo and Paul on one side, and then they had
mm-hmm.
the Usos split. It was like maybe like 3 feet between them. You know what I'm saying? Like they had the camera angle pretty wide there, so you could notice like there's really a separation. That's the split in the bloodline right now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool to look at because you know where this is headed. You know what I'm saying? So um, but I mean, how are you feeling about it, Frankie? Like how were you enjoying this segment?
I mean, I was thoroughly entertained from start to finish. I love the build up of all of this, even though we know kind of where everything is headed. Just the little things like you mentioned, like the space between the Usos and Solo and Roman, and the way that he addressed them, the mushing of the face that got me. I was like, ooh, and the crowd popped for it, and
Hmm.
they was chanting, and he had to bleep out the chant. So, um, it was good, and I love everything about Solo. I love the way they have brought him up, and just
Hmm.
him not having to say much, but his mannerisms, and like
Yeah,
I'm just excited for him. I just love, to me, out of all of this, it's just been his growth.
yeah.
Because I know everybody's kind of like when he showed up, and oh, like, well, what are they gonna do with him, or just trying to figure out how he fit into the dynamic. And to me, he's been like one of the major stars of this to me.
And the fact that Solo, like even like when Sammy was around, the fact that Solo would just couldn't, you never saw Solo crack.
He don't break at
He don't
all.
break, except it was one. It was it the very Uzi night? I think
it was.
they
It was.
just took the camera off Solo because you probably know Solo was laughing, and they was probably like, "Nah, just don't put Solo on the screen during this part." You know what I'm saying? But every time he's on the screen, and Sammy was doing some wild shit, like he kept it together. I'm like, bro, I don't know how you do it because I would have been looking like Jay. Like Jay cracked all the time. He was like, bro, I can't take this shit. You know what I mean?
No.
But yeah, like yeah, I absolutely enjoyed this, and we got somewhat of a swerve in this.
Yeah,
Paul.
with the title match. Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
title match. So because people were wondering, like, hey, what's Roman gonna do for Night of Champions? Well, we have our answer. Roman was like, look, them tag titles are coming back to the bloodline. Matter of fact, wise man, tell these niggas what's gonna happen. And he was like, yeah, at Night of Champions, it's gonna be, he said we talked to the board of directors. You know what I'm saying? That's how far our reach is. You know what I'm saying? Like we got the main bookers, you know what I mean? We got the stakeholders in the company, and they said that at Night of Champions it's gonna be Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns for for the undisputed tag team.
That's so fucking crazy. That's so crazy.
And
Look,
then,
man, if the Usos do not call Jacob Fatu, but like, bro, we need your help, nigga.
Hey, cousin Jacob ain't coming, bro.
Man, they need Jacob Fatu over there, dog. They better call that man, bro.
Hey, cousin Jacob, man, he over in MLW, like, psh, hey, he probably like, I wouldn't let that shit happen to me. I'll tell you this.
Hell no, he wouldn't let that shit happen to him, man. He talking
I'm
about,
just gonna say that.
like, I'm gonna say that right now. That's the real bloodline over there. Jacob
Yeah.
Fatu for sure.
The Samoan dynasty, yeah, that's the
hey,
one.
man. And then he dedicated them belts to Alpha and Sika.
Yeah, he said that. He said Alpha and Sika. He said they daddy name. I said, oh, that was their grandfather. Yeah, I think that's their granddad. I was like, woo.
No, Sika is
No,
his
that's
dad.
his daddy.
Sika's
Yeah,
Sika
the
is
Wild
Roman's dad,
Samoans,
right?
yeah.
Sika's Roman's dad.
That's his
and-
daddy and uncle.
Yeah, and Jacob's dad is Alpha. I mean, not Alpha,
The
but
Tongan kid.
The
Tonga kid is
yeah.
Jacob's
Yeah,
dad, right?
that's
Right.
Jacob.
Hey man, they better call Papa Rikishi to go settle this shit, man. Like, hey, bro.
Hey.
There ain't no calling the Rock. Ain't no calling the Rock, man. The Rock tribal
Oh,
chief
no,
is Vin Diesel right
no.
now, bro.
Yeah, the Rock. Yeah, that's his tribal chief, Vin Diesel. Man, get Dwayne out of my face, man. I'm not even about to jump into that. That's gonna take me like an hour to get into. I am not gonna do that right now. Yeah. So that was that was that.
He bowed down to Vin Diesel like Vin Diesel playing his character in The Man Apart. That's what he did. Dog.
Wow.
That ain't weight. You think it's weight in that piece of shit?
Wow.
Let me tell you something. The real motherfuckers don't move a key here and there. They move 50 metric tons of.
Listen, there's no more weirder franchise than the Fast franchise right now. They are.
It's a damn shame that his best character was this character in The Man Apart.
I mean, for real, other than what or Groot.
Hey man, he made 25 million off just saying Groot, dog.
He sure did.
I can't, man. You got to salute that one, dog.
I ain't mad at him for making that money off of just saying I am Groot. You tell me to say I am Groot for 25 million, motherfucker. I will. How long? 8 hours? Easy. You got me.
Salute. That man could buy a yacht with that money, nigga. You gotta salute
easy.
that one, dog.
You know what I mean? But yeah, like so that was the end of that. Something interesting, like he did like look at the heavyweight championship belt while he was walking out. Roman is not going to win this belt. Okay, he's not.
Okay.
He's not, man. He's not.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
It doesn't make any sense.
He gonna win the NXT championship too. He gonna take that bitch on Carmelo Hayes, nigga. He'll be walking around.
All right.
Put all the titles on my dog for real. I need that.
You are insane.
I need it, man. I need it.
He gonna come down there, dog. Like, yeah, I want that too.
Put them on him. Like, I want it. I love the controversy. I want everybody to be upset. Like, I really do. Put the titles on.
Hey man, look, there's been a meme going on, dog. There's one guy watching Roman Reigns matches, like Roman Reigns versus Thanos, and then Roman Reigns
won the Infinity Gauntlet.
Let me ask y'all something real quick because I want to get y'all's opinion on it. How do y'all feel about this storyline in general? Do you think it's been drug out too long? Like, how do y'all feel about it?
They keep finding new twists and turns for this shit. I don't mind it. I found it hilarious.
Yeah.
I find it hilarious. They keep finding new shit to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, now this shit with the Usos is fucking hilarious, man. Like, he just called us some hoes. Like, man, y'all ain't shit. We gonna win these titles and y'all gonna sit the fuck back.
I mean, if you learn about like their upbringing, like how they grew up together, I think that like because that's one thing you know what I'm saying, like I know about like how they grew up together, they whole dynamic, how Joe, which is Roman, how he literally been bullying them since they were kids and everything like that. So it's just kind of like it all makes sense to me, so I think one thing I'm relieved that the Sammy thing is over in terms, on the week to week thing like that. I felt like I don't think it drug out too long. I just think by the time WrestleMania came, we were just really like over it. Like we was like, okay, end this shit like tonight, please. You know what I'm saying? But I think what they did tonight is just refreshing. Like this is something fresh.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, okay, Roman and Solo could possibly win the tag titles, and I think that's funny as fuck. Like, I think that's hilarious because immediately when they said that, I posted the meme with Roman with like the mid card titles and the two, he had all four tag belts on him. So I tweeted that shit out. I tweeted that out because that's those memes are funny as fuck to me. So I
Yeah, they were.
Man, they had
yeah
this
I
man fight. They had this man fighting Iron Man and Captain America, and he won that match too. Had him
But
fight Goku. They had him fight Goku, and he won that shit too. Like Roman Reigns can win anything, dog.
yeah
listen, as
basically
far as I'm
yeah
concerned, they can bring the $1 million title back and put it on him too. Like,
yeah
bring that back. I'm here for it. That's my guy. Like, we've been through the struggle, like all the booing. He is him.
yeah
So
yeah.
like, hey, I'm excited.
And I
Whatever they
mean,
want for him, I'm good with it.
and it's just like when you really feel this motherfucker's aura when he
Yeah,
comes out,
yeah,
like tonight. It just like when his music hit, you just see that crowd just stand up. Like this man is like he's special. Like Roman is special. Like you know what I mean. Like he come out, he's really fucking cool, man. Like he's so cool. But yeah, I think this just what they did tonight just ignited a whole different like a new thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew him and the Usos was gonna feud. So it's just I like how they did it. I like how they doing it. So because you gotta have stuff. The thing is you gotta have story to carry you to eventually him and Cody at SummerSlam. Like
hmm
you gotta have something in between that. So he got to beef with the family first. You know what I'm saying? And Cody got to beef with Brock a little bit, and then make his way back to hey Roman, I want my shit back. You know what I'm saying? So um yeah, I don't have no problem with it. I don't have no problem with it at all. Then we had let's see, um, the women's tag match. I think we starting to see the end of Damage Control. Um, I don't know if anybody got shoot hurt during that or whatever, but I know it ended up on a roll up. Like Liv rolled up. Was it with Dakota that got pinned?
Yeah, Dakota got
Yeah,
pinned. Yeah.
Dakota got pinned. So that was that. I know they was trying to get EO to like grab a title and hit somebody, but the ref caught her and all types of other shit. It was just calamity going on. So
yeah.
you kind of saw like the EO thing is kind of shifting out, especially since she, had that match with Bianca and stuff like that. So that happened. Um oh, did we get are we at the main event now? At this
Bianca showed.
Oh yeah, wow. Forgot about
Yeah.
that. Yo, shout out to Bianca selling, bro. Like, so Bianca, you knew some shit was about to happen. How they was setting up balloons and the ring and everything for the Bianca celebration. Bianca comes out. Shout out to Bianca. She's looking great. Shout out Montez Ford again. You have a good woman. Um, uh, you have a good woman. Um, she comes out and then Oscar music hits, and then you kind of was like, oh shit, shit. You don't know what's going on, but Oscar comes out. She was like, hey, putting out to handshake, just trying to say like, hey, you know what I'm saying, like, congratulations on all this, and then she spit in her motherfucking face. She
And
put
she
the
got all of it.
yeah, she got all the mist. She got every last drop of the mist. She got like Great Muda was at home smiling. He was smiling if he saw that shit tonight. Um, so yeah, and Bianca sold it. She sold it good. She sold it really, really great. And they fast forward to her in the back before the main event. She's like, "Yo, I'm getting my lick back. Fuck that. Like this some bullshit. I can't see. I got shit flying in my eyes. I can't see. Like that. Yeah, that was Bianca tonight. So, I thought she was probably gonna get the miss at WrestleMania, but I guess they was like, nah, tuck that in. We got something later on. So I'm guessing they probably gonna be getting booked for that rematch at Night of Champions. So that's what it's looking like for Bianca coming up next.
Yep.
Um,
Here for
and
it. Here for it. Here
yeah,
for it.
yeah. Until Big Shar comes back, you know what I mean. That's Big Shar. Big Shar is probably up next soon. So um, then we get to our main event. Um, Bobby Lashley versus AJ. I think they was kind of tired, bro. I think they got a little tired.
I mean, shit, Bobby head busted open and shit, man. You know,
Yeah.
he lost 2
Yeah.
pints of blood, like Wade Barrett said, man.
Wade
So you
Barrett
know
said he
he's
lost
going,
two
he's going
pints.
through it.
You know what I
He's
mean? He
going
lost
through
two
it, man.
pints with a paper cut.
And
You
that
know what
shit
I mean?
got busted right back open in that match. Like,
yeah,
hey man, Bobby a bald headed nigga, man. He ain't deserve that shit.
yeah. He had his shit split open. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. That nigga, he a bald black man. He ain't deserve that shit, man.
A big bald black
He
man.
gonna be selling new Nugenics, whatever the fuck that shit called.
Eugenics.
Yeah, what Frank Thomas.
Frank
be selling.
Thomas.
Yeah, Frank Thomas. Bobby gonna be the next spokesperson, dog. You know that.
But yeah, shout out Big Bob. You know what I'm saying? He did the job.
My dog Roberto. My dog Franklin.
Roberto
Roberto Lashley.
Yeah. Shout out to him. He took the job tonight. AJ went over and he's giving us our dream match, which is AJ versus Seth at Night of Champions for the World Heavyweight Championship. So that was it. That's SmackDown. That was it. That was wrestling. Like we got through it. We got through this week. You know what I'm saying? So we have a few listener questions. How are you doing right now, Frankie? Are you still good? Are you still with us?
I'm still with y'all. I'm still
Oh,
good.
yeah. Okay, cool. I know you. That's what I'm saying. I know you still here. Like you still. I just got to check on you. Just got to make sure you straight and
Yeah, I'm
everything.
good.
So we got us some listener questions real quick. So let's tap in. All right. So we have a lot of listener questions, but we probably not gonna get through them. Some of them we gonna save for like next week. Wow, episode 30.
Let's do 3.
You want to get through 3 of them. All right. So let's do 3. All right, let's get to we got a 2-parter here. Big Tim. Shout out to Big Tim. That's my guy, friend of the show. He asks, since we have had time since the NXT reboot, how are you feeling about it compared to the black and gold era? What are some hit and misses? And number 2, if y'all were wrestlers, what is your theme song and finisher? I'm gonna have Frankie answer this. I'm gonna have Frankie answer this first.
Okay, so I was not like super duper tuned in to the black and gold NXT era.
Okay.
So I can't speak to the first part in comparison to how it is now. But as far as what my theme will be, first of all, Jim Johnston is gonna do it because like it's time for him to come on back and put his polish on these things. So he would do my theme. Don't know what it would be, but I would have a submission as my finisher.
Okay.
So that would be it.
You don't know what submission it is, but you gonna have a submission.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a submission as my finisher.
All right, for sure.
Probably a figure 4 or something like that.
Figure 4. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. So how we feeling, Ant?
The comparison from Black and Gold and NXT, the new reboot,
White and gold, I guess. That's what I call white gold.
I think the difference is it's more sports entertainment in White and Gold, and Black and Gold was more indie based, like wrestling matches and shit. So I can see that's probably the difference in there. The work rate was a lot better in Black and Gold. That was probably like one of the worst. That's probably one of the bad things about White and Gold. But they have better character work than they did over there. It wasn't generic indie guy, and all this shit, but as far as my wrestling, my finisher will be the Pounce by Bonnie Brown.
Oh wow.
I love that finisher, man. I love that finisher. And this is my theme, actually.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know what this is. You know what this is.
It's coming to me. Oh my god, really? Why?
We spread the news. The news.
um, um,
Straight Cadillac pimping.
so
My manager be slick from my manager will be Reverend Slick too.
Reverend Slick, not Reverend Devon. Yeah, Reverend Devon got caught in
Oh.
4K today, baby.
Oh baby.
We them
That boy.
likes,
Freak
When
bull.
in doubt,
freak
say it
bull,
was a joke.
Freak
right?
bull.
I was hacked. You know what I
Hey.
mean? So I'm kind of like I kind of like share the same sentiment as you when it comes to like the black and gold era. I do feel like I kind of wish some of the people from Black and Gold actually did make it to main roster though. Like I wish some of them didn't run from the grind. Adam Cole. Well, shit, all of Undisputed Era at this point. Because good lord, because listen, Undisputed Era was a time, bro. That was a fucking time, man. Like that was special. Like, well, them boys was at the top because they honestly didn't get stale, and I thought,
I mean, they committed a hate crime too when they beat the shit out of Velveteen Dream.
hey, but you know, when
Left
you
him
look
under the
at
belt.
it in the long run, did Velveteen Dream kind of deserve it?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
he
did.
deserved it.
He deserved all that shit. But
Man, you just see Ryder Strong like, I told you not to mess with me. Like,
yeah, yeah. Evil Paul Rudd, Roger Strong. Shout out to him. Yeah, like that was a special time, like with the Undisputed Era. You know, Ricochet was in his
Aleister Black.
bag.
Aleister Black.
Alistair Black. I mean, like
You got Freak Bull number 2. Damn, what the Lars Sullivan.
yeah, oh no, Freak Man, Lars Sullivan. Yeah, get him out of here, man. That was crazy. You know, even when Finn Balor like went back down there, like that shit was hard. Like it was
That rehabbed his character going back down
yeah,
there.
yeah, that rehabbed him a lot because you got to see him go get into that real rock and roll, real rock and roller bag again.
And then I also love too Imperium versus Undisputed Era. That was fire
Oh
too.
yeah, that shit was fire. God damn. Yeah, it was some.
Yeah,
Like, that's what I'm
some
saying.
bangers. They had
Hey,
some
like you
bangers.
said, it
And
was
then,
real wrestling type shit. But
and
people,
then you had Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano fighting.
well, yeah, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano's feud,
Even Keith Lee when he was there.
Keith
man.
Lee was like at least somewhat. He looked great in NXT during that time, like during that time period. I mean, the women's matches was like, I mean, come on, it was bangers down there. You know what I'm saying? But like, then 2.0 happened, and it kind of was just like, okay, we getting
debut Braun Breaker.
yeah, like Braun Breaker. I feel like Braun Breaker would have been great in Black and Gold too, but you get Braun Breaker and 2.0 and Carmelo Hayes and everything. Like I feel like that was kind of like a injection of like, yeah, sports entertainment. These are future stars. Like these are people that's gonna go up and be top of the cards one day. You know what I'm saying? You can't necessarily say that about the old Black and Gold people. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think Adam Cole would have been a top guy had he stayed. He'd be a top mid Carter for sure. Um, Pete Dunne, where he is, but he's gonna elevate soon enough. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was probably my thing. But the misses right now is definitely the ring work, the quality of matches. Um, again, the CWC, that's the biggest annoyance is the fucking crowd. Like honestly, I can't stand that damn crowd. But yeah, that's cool. But I think one of the hits for White and Gold right now is the fact that they were able to get a lot of NXT UK over because they're workers. You know what I'm saying? Like those are workers like Ilya Dragunov and Tyler Bate and like you got a few Mato Satomura matches out of it. Roxanne Perez again, she's like, come on, she's the future. So you see that with Roxanne being down there. So yeah, that's that. If I was a wrestler, my theme song would probably be Block Party with Sada Baby. My finisher would probably be the Walls of Jericho.
Mm.
Yeah, Walls of Jericho or Sweet Chin Music. Sweet Chin
Hey
Music.
man, speaking of motherfucking Monty Brown, when he came to the ECW, this motherfucker had a jazz theme song though. Like an R&B. You never heard that shit before?
I think I can't
Oh
remember.
man, hold on. Let me pull it up.
Was it like 96?
No. This is like 2004, 2005.
Oh, so he was late ECW.
Yeah. I
So
know
who
you
was
heard.
he? He was on no the ECW reboot was in
Yeah.
07, 06,
Yeah. It was
06. Why? No, that's terrible.
he was
No, it
fucking people.
sound like Guy.
Man, he was fucking people up, man. He was fucking people up, dog. Like,
Yeah, that's
oh
wild.
man, that's a Detroit legend right there, dog.
Yeah,
That's
for
a
sure.
Detroit legend.
DMV fan asked, shout out to DMV fan. He asked, do you think there is a women's match big enough to main event a Big Four pay-per-view in the E currently?
Easily.
If
Bianca
so,
and
what
Rhea.
is it?
Bianca and Rhea.
Absolutely.
Bianca
Yeah.
and Rhea. That's
I mean, there's a couple you can pull out of that. Like you got
Yeah.
Bianca
Bianca
Rhea,
Rhea,
Bianca
Charlotte.
Charlotte Rhea again. Fucking shit. You can put
Becky Rhea.
Becky Rhea,
Yeah.
EO, Bianca could do a part two.
Bianca Ronda.
Bianca
Yeah.
Ronda, Bailey Ronda, Bailey. Let's see, Bailey Rhea.
Even though this will not happen, Charlotte and Becky.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen again. But yeah, that would be another one. Because we know in real life they do not like each other at all. But yeah, absolutely, I believe it. And then Big Four pay-per-views, like that's what
Yeah.
WrestleMania, Survivor Series, SummerSlam. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, uh, so I think we all kind of agree there. Um, let's last question from Winston. Shout out to the union. Shout out to Show Your Work Network. Our guys over there. Winston asks, what's one pay-per-view or regular show stage you guys wish they brought back, or element like the SmackDown Fist, etc. Blah blah blah.
I missed that Backlash one with all the hooks and shit.
Oh, Backlash like 2001,
Yeah, with all them hooks and shit.
2000, 19,
Yeah. Or the Armageddon one when they had all them abandoned ass cars and they was out there scrapping by the abandoned
Oh
cars and
wow,
shit.
yeah. The Hell in a Cell, the 6-man. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Frank?
I can't really think of a pay-per-view theme off the top of my head, but I'm always clamoring for the old Raw is War, like the grittiness of that opening.
Yeah.
And even just the way, to me, like I always be saying that wrestling is a little bit overproduced to me. Like it don't have enough of that grit like it used to.
Mhm.
Like some of that old style feel that it now it's just like it's just so produced. And I know it's like it is a production, but like with all the jump cuts and stuff, sometimes that be like kind of crazy to me, like how it's shot. So, but I just miss like that Raw is War with the flames, with Steve
Yeah.
Austin like walking towards the camera shot with the vest
Oh
and all that
yeah.
stuff, all that going in the back. Like I miss that.
Yeah, for sure. If there was something I could bring back, I would bring. Okay, so if it was like a show, I would bring back the SmackDown 2000 set, like the one with the multiple circles at the top of the ramp. Like I don't know if y'all were like the UPN
Yeah,
SmackDown
the
set.
UPN
Yeah,
SmackDown.
I
Yeah.
would bring that back, like because you had the Titantron off to the side, like that big ass
Uh huh.
circle. Like I thought that was pretty dope. Um, that said, the Raw's War set, I actually like. I would I would do that. I would
Hey,
run
you
that
know what?
back.
No. The invasion.
Oh, the
Set.
invasion stage was crazy. That was a
Man,
crazy
when
stage
RVD hit Jeff Hardy with that Van
with that Van
Daminator,
Damme chair on
and
this on the with the chair up there on
and
the
Jeff Hardy
stage.
flew into that little hole and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Man.
invasion stage was hard. Matter of fact, that King of the Ring stage too, where Kurt Angle belly to belly
Oh
Shane through
yeah,
that
yeah.
glass. Yeah, that shit. I would bring that back. The
I'm
No
gonna end up
Way
watching.
Out stage.
I'm gonna watch
With
that match over, dog, because they
Yeah, that
lost their
match was
fucking
hard.
man.
That match was hard because remember he didn't go through the glass the first time. He had to put him through it again.
Yeah.
um, the No Way Out stage was tough. It's the one with Rock and Hogan too.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one was tough. Um, but yeah, the Raw's War stage. I would bring that back for one night, like on like an anniversary night. I would bring back that stage, not the Raw, the Monday Night Raw stage, not that stage, like with the big ass Raw, like
No,
oh,
not the
not that,
93 like that
not that
big with the
93 shit.
letters.
Nah,
Yeah,
yeah, nah,
no,
not the
not the
letter
blocks.
shit. Nah, I'm
No.
good. I'm good on that. The motherfuckers like in Hammerstein Ballroom or some shit.
Yeah.
But no, like yeah, that's what I would bring back. Those were the sets. The SmackDown Fist just kind of wasn't. It just was like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's iconic, but it just wasn't like all that to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, oh, okay, whatever. But yeah, that's what I would do. So yeah, I think that's our questions for this week. Like everybody else questions, we gonna get to them though, like because y'all asked some really good ones. So we gonna get to y'all next week.
Yeah.
Because we got episode 30 next week anyway, so we probably gonna be covering a lot of like looking back stuff and all that. I think we gonna be having Corey with us next for 30.
Yeah, I'll tap in with them on that.
Yeah. So, but other than that, um, this was a great episode. This was fun. Shout out to Frankie,
Yes, definitely.
ESPN Frankie, for pulling up
Appreciate
on.
you coming out. Definitely.
Do you have anything you would like to plug?
Ooh, just follow me on Twitter at ESPN Frankie. You can follow me on Instagram at ESPN Frankie. Um, and thank you guys so much for inviting me on. And this has been such a treat and a privilege, and it's been so fun. Like I said, y'all popped my podcast cherry, so thank you so much.
For sure, for
Hell
sure.
yeah. Hell
And
yeah.
we happy to have you on, and we definitely would like to bring you on again. You know what I'm saying, in the future for sure. Like, because I absolutely enjoyed your insight and like even like your history, like because we gonna have other content where we like talk about like the old days. So you are absolutely an insightful mind to bring on and like talk about that time too. So definitely be prepared for some more DMs. Like, hey, you want to come on for this? You know what I'm saying? So
For
Yeah, they're gonna be
sure.
on your head. They're gonna be on your head for sure. So be
yeah,
ready for that.
yeah, for sure. So, but yeah, we thank you for coming on for sure, and we happy that you broke that barrier for us too. So you got that forever now. Just know that, like you like, yo, I was the first woman that was on a podcast, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Like so you got that forever.
Hell yeah.
I love
So
it.
but yeah, man. So yeah, we are about to get up out of here, man. This week's episode. Tap back in next week for 30, man. It's big episode. So we appreciate all of y'all. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week. And
Enjoy
we
your
out.
Mother's Day.
Oh, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Even those who are with loss, you know what I'm saying? Still our thoughts with you and everything of that matter. And have a good week. We out.